I am on my way. I am on my way to the lost ark raiders, to the lion tamers, to the stowaway, to the white tide chaser, to the black flag raiser. I'm on my way. Let it be said and let it be known, he who is free is never alone. The path before us, the world behind us, I'll wait for you there. I am on my way. 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 There's a song that sailors know, lost, alone, and far from home. With golden galleons, golden guns to find their place under the sun. There's a song on the Sahara wind that lifts you to your feet again. The dances on the clockwork stars that pulses through a beating heart.
What's up guys, today's video is on the top 5 best smart toilets in 2023. Through extensive research and testing, I've put together a list of options that'll meet the needs of different types of buyers. So whether it's price, performance, or its particular use, we've got you covered.
Oh yeah.
Day traded in a tie-dye jumpsuit and I got a punk kid with a neck tattoo. They're hooking up at the unisex bathroom. It was Brooklyn, it was Friday, it was love. Across the bar sat the hip-hop purist, arguing with the jazz obscurist. And in the corner were the terrified tourist. Brooklyn, Friday love. Angel choirs on the corner all night, sing Johnny Cash and Jackson 5. A little heaven you can stumble into. We got your invite tonight. Don't try to fight. Oh, it's just Brooklyn on a Friday. Don't try to fight. Oh, it's just Brooklyn on a Friday. They come from Mississippi and La La Land, and new wave hippies and the pop goth glam. It's just cause parents don't understand. It was Brooklyn, it was Friday, it was love. From this roof you can see the stars. We are the left bank dreamers and the avant-garde. I'll sing my borrowed song on your borrowed guitar. It was Brooklyn, it was Friday, it was love. Angel choirs on the midnight G train, sing Beastie Boys and Kurt Cobain. A revolution you can learn to dance to with a friendly face. On a
Uh-oh. I guess I should hide this for now. Welcome in. Oh no, hold up. I'm gonna blow out your ears for a second. Everyone close your ears. Oh, it's give me a sec. Give me a sec. They changed. There we go. There we go. Close your ears. Close your ears. Okay, there we go. Puts volume all the way up. Oh my god. Welcome. It's been a while. Welcome in. Happy Friday. Thank you all for showing up. I hope everyone's doing well. I hope everything is working fine. I did some last minute. I thought I had everything set up, and then I realized that I forgot I have to set up VLC player to show photos. Otherwise, they won't actually show. Taking a homework break, nice. Always good. Well, like I said, it's been over a week. Wednesday last week was my last stream. I was gonna stream this Wednesday, but I literally just slept. I slept all day, and then yesterday was my first day back at work, and then I was like, I'll just do the regular stream. We egging, yeah. I think so. Is that what we do around here? I don't know. Oh god, what a whirlwind of a weekend. What a whirlwind of a weekend. Wait, you're redrawing. Oh, I thought you. Wait, what the heck? Why would you redraw your D&D character? Uh-oh. I have no idea. Your mutter, isn't that a kind of vehicle? I have no idea. But I hope everyone's doing well. I escaped illness.
Eggy, hi, bread.
Gee. Hey, cursed. Oh god. Let me know if y'all couldn't hear that for some reason. I think it played. Bread. I know we've had when I've come back from break before, it's been broken, so redesigning. Oh, I see. Nice. Cool. And yeah, I about the con. So the last time I traveled, 10 months. That's crazy. Thank you, Kardesh. Thank you so much for the resub. 10 months is crazy. Actually insane. It's now July, which means we're 2 months away from anniversary, which is dumb. Like actually dumb. So close. Ugh. But yeah, so I went to AX last week into this week. Flew there, flew back. The last time I did a major trip like that, I came back with COVID. Thank you for gifting a sub to Sam. Let's go. But this time I made sure to double mask the whole time. I kept hydrated for the most part. You know, it's kind of difficult, but I had a water bottle with me the whole time. And I didn't do too many crazy things while I was there, so I think that helped. But I'm feeling pretty good. I am extremely tired. My social batteries are extremely drained. And my feet are just now recovering. You didn't wash your hands? I washed my hands a lot. A lot of sanitizer was used. Newton, thank you so much for the resub. Appreciate you. 9 months, my goodness. Thank you, thank you. I survived not having a bidet for almost a week, which I was surprised. It was rough, but it wasn't too bad. It was rough in more than one word. one meaning of the word. Yeah, it wasn't too bad. That's one of the reasons why, like, if I go on vacation, not going to Japan or some other Asian nation where where bidets are prevalent is it's a hard sell, because I know I'll be without a bidet for a while. So you know what I tweeted out? Which, by the way, I've got a bunch of, once we're done with this, probably tomorrow, I'll tweet the rest of my photos and stuff. I'm going to be showing all of that. I'll be talking about how much I didn't do while at AX. I'll be covering all of that today, but I should be tweeting it all out afterwards and tomorrow. But yeah, I got those calluses back, I know. But the first thing that I did, literally first thing was I went to, there was a Target down the street. I went to the Target down the street. I got a 2-gallon thing of water. I got a big bag of Chex Mix, and I got a 2-pack of wet wipes. And that I think was probably the best purchase that I made. That's what I always did. That's what I always do when I go on vacation is if I don't have a bidet, I have to go grab those. Yeah, I stream sniped Aethel somehow. Like the first one was planned. Everyone knew. We were tipped off initially what was happening, basically. But the second time was completely by accident. I don't know how I keep running into Aethel, but it keeps happening. The second time was completely on accident. And then you can see me the first time, you can see me in the background of the stream, just like standing man emoji. I look very awkward in a group. I apologize for that, for anyone that had to hang out with me. I look so awkward. Oh my god. All right, let's see. Oh, let me do this here too. There we go. Relatable. Right? Oh god. Now I have to meet up for the awkward. Look, one-on-one, I don't think I'm super awkward. Maybe people can like vouch or deny that. I feel like I'm not too bad, like one-on-one or with a small group. But if I'm like sitting there listening to other people talk, I'm just like, yeah, it's just like, huh. Like, I really like listening to conversations, but apparently I don't look good doing it. You'll make it awkward. I'm sure you'll make it awkward, Cursed. Let's see. All right, so what I'm gonna do. Oh my god, I'm sure you would. Yeah, then just leave. Would you really just leave? Oh my god. All right, so let me move a little bit to the side here. We'll come back after a few minutes. Okay. Well, if it's at a convention, as I found out this time, if you're with people at a convention and you're not extremely communicative and you aren't like, hey, I'm gonna look at this real quick, or you turn around or you like bump into the wrong person and you go to apologize real quick or whatever, and you turn back, they're gone. You won't be able to find that person unless they're like 8 feet tall or wearing like neon yellow. You know? I did hang out with some of the bros. I did. Some bidet gang, some bros. Absolutely. My favorite thing to do is to find the person who isn't talking in the group and dragging them into the conversation by saying, "What do you think?" Yeah, I actually like that a lot. That's good. Unless like you know for a fact that they're super socially awkward and they don't want to be part of the conversation. But yeah, that's generally a good way of bringing somebody in. That's not too bad. I love being part of a conversation, but generally, if like 2 people are talking about something that I have no knowledge of or anything like that, then I generally am just like, I'll just sit back and let them chat it out, and then I'll punch in with something else if I know about it. Yeah, but when you have like a huge group, like I said, with that first like meet and greet thing at AX, where there was like a circle of like 20 of us around Ethel and Yen and all that, it was there's too many people there. Everyone got their quick one-on-one, and then everyone sort of moved on. It was nice. Most people were really respectful. I was really happy to see that. Like I said, we had like 20 people there, and from what I saw of parts of the stream, most people would just come up real quick, ask for a photo or an autograph, or just say hi, and then they let them go. It was really nice to see that. I only saw a couple instances of people who were like overly attached or like running into them multiple times by accident, by accident, you know that. Find and deliver, huh? You're so random, Cursed. Have fun. Hope you complete your quest. So glad it went well compared to other stream snipers. Yeah. I think the community, I think, is still rather new and rather respectful, so they didn't have that many issues, They didn't have that many issues. I was really surprised. Really surprised. Especially with how much they showed. It was pretty crazy. All right, let me grab this. Yeah, it seemed like people were pretty good overall. All right, so this is gonna be a little bit scuffed because I'm using VLC Player, because it's the best thing that I've found to show photographs on stream. You can't just throw them into, so here's the thing. OBS is wonderful until you need to show a bunch of photographs. You can add a ton of photos to like an album, or like link a folder or something and show that in OBS. However, if there's any variation in screen size, like if you were to say take photos in landscape and portrait mode, it screws everything up. OBS doesn't like that at all. So if you want everything, I found VLC to be okay. All right, so let me see. And yeah, we'll get to the merch at the end. I didn't take a whole lot of photos. I'm hoping to get through this pretty quickly. The whole weekend went by like a blur. It went by so quickly. But let's see if this, I did have it up earlier. Okay, here we go. All right, there we go. I think that's fine. We could probably do this, huh? There we go. Yay. Nice. All right, so this is day one. I have to shout out, there's a very nice member of the castle who was very, very helpful with LA related things. And they tipped me off when I flew into LA. When I flew into LA, they were like, don't get an Uber directly to the airport or from the airport. It's extremely expensive. So what you want to do, why did my Steam just restart? Hello? Get out of here. What you want to do is you want to get an Uber to like a nearby hotel to the airport, like one within like 5 minutes walking distance or something. And if you do that, it's cheaper. And I tested that. And when I got there, going from the airport directly to my hotel in right next, well, I was like, what, 10 minutes, 15 minutes from the convention center. Directly from the airport, it was, I think, $80, $85 for an Uber. And I tried it again from a nearby hotel, and it was like $35. So I was like, oh, okay, well, nice. And I also did that on the way back. It was, I think it was about the same. It was like $89 because it was on July 4th and it was like middle of the afternoon on July 4th flying back. So it was almost $90. And even if I put in the hotel, it was still like $55, I think. So like to get over there. And I was like, well, I can't miss my flight, so I guess I'm paying. I hate how much that is. In the Dominican Republic, an hour drive in the city is less than $10. That's crazy. Very cheap. But yeah, that's sort of how it is in from my experience. Any major city in the US, to go like across the city where it's gonna take like a half an hour or so. Anytime during the day, especially during peak times, you're gonna be paying at least $40. At least $40, you know. All right, so this is I got to my hotel. My flight came in early. I think I got there around 9 o'clock in the morning. And then I got to my hotel around 10, 11. I think it was like 10. Yeah, it's Uber prices are crazy. But then like you can't just like rent a car because parking in a place like LA is like $40 a night anyway, so it's still cheaper. It's crazy. So I get to my hotel. Usually what you do, if anyone's not familiar, at a hotel you can have them hold your luggage even if you can't check in. So always go to your hotel first and give them your luggage. I've seen so many people like carrying their luggage around with them. Don't do that. It'll get stolen, it'll get broken. But go to your hotel, show them like all your information. If you can't check in early, some places will let you check in early, and they let me check in early. But give them your information. Be like, hey, I'm checking in later. Can you hold my bags? They'll give you a little paper slip, and they'll keep your luggage for you, so you can run around for the day until you can check in, which is really nice. I like that. This time I did not die sweating. I had an actual hotel. Very, I won't say very nice. Now that I'm back, I guess I can say where it was. But I was in a place called the O Hotel in LA. It was fine. It was fine. Like I said, it was like 10-15 minutes walk from the convention center. It wasn't too bad. The one major issue that I had with the hotel after the whole trip was it was hot in the hotel, like boiling. Like you outside, the sun is shining on you, but there's like a breeze. You walk into the lobby of that hotel and it's like a sauna. I don't know why. I don't know what was going on, but like the lobby of the hotel itself was hot. And then the room, I had my own individual AC, which was fine. It was one of those like heat pump, like wall mounted sort of things. And I could set the temperature individually, which I was happy about because a lot of times they won't let you. They'll like lock that out. They'll lock it to a certain temperature. But I set it all the way to the lowest temperature, which was 66 degrees, because I like things as cold as you can possibly make it. Like, I want to step into my hotel room and I want to be in a freezer. Okay, that's how I like things. However, even at the lowest setting of 66, I almost said miles per hour, 66 degrees Fahrenheit, it was like lukewarm in there. It was lukewarm in there. Oh, Nikki! Nikki, welcome in. Oh, Thrimbus, welcome. Thank you for the follow. Internet. Oh no. I'm so sorry. Oh, poor Nikki's internet. Oh god. Wait, what are you? Oh my god. Okay. Welcome in. Let me do the shout out thing. If anyone doesn't know, Nikki is one of the main mods over in the Castle Aethels community. My bitrate kills itself, but my internet still works fine. What a struggle. It's always the worst. There we go. We'll give a little shout out. You're playing Divinity. Ooh, yeah. I've seen that game. That looks fun. Nice. Well, I'm sad you had to end early because of internet things. And welcome in, Notes. Welcome. We got Wave in here too. Welcome. We just started. We literally just started. It's been 40 minutes, but it's only actually been like 20 minutes because I started late. Just gonna be another 30-ish minutes anyway. Okay, well that's good at least. It's good at least. I hope you had a good stream. Feel free to chill, hang out, take off, whatever you need to do. The term is glomping. I didn't actually see. I think glomping is like a thing of the past, huh? I think too many people have gotten hurt and or sued. I actually didn't see too much of that. You know, in fact, now that I'm thinking about it, I saw so many people like asking for cosplay photos, like respectfully. It was weird. It was really weird. A lot of people be like, hey, can I take a photo of you? Instead of just like running up and like annoying people. It was like odd. Yeah. Like granted, I didn't spend all my time in the convention center, but it was oddly like respectful compared to my past experiences. Very, very weird. Oh no. Oh, I can imagine if you're like a villain or something like that, I can imagine people being the worst. Oof. What if I want? Then you ask for it, Blinky. Then you can ask for it. I'm sure there'd be many people that'd be very happy to oblige. Welcome in. Oh God. Yeah. So I actually, maybe it was because, like I said earlier, maybe it was because I fully double masked basically the entire time. But I didn't notice the smell too bad. And before you say it's because it was me the whole time, I showered every day. I wear deodorant, okay? Okay. Did it smell like Axe? I honestly, it didn't smell that strongly of anything. Would have gone with a ventilated respirator. I saw a few people with that. Some people incorporated that into their cosplays, which is really cool. But yeah, I could totally see that. I wear I bought a big pack of their Korean masks. They're, I think, KF94s, which aren't quite on par with KN95s, but they're very similar. And they're much more comfortable for my face shape. So I wear that over a regular cloth mask, and it's worked very well for me. All while I was in like Japan and TwitchCon last year, AX last year as well. I always go with that. The only time I've been seriously sick from traveling was a recent trip I did this. Was it January, February, March? It was in March. And yeah, if you haven't worn one of those masks, they always have the tiniest little rubber band strings, and they just dig into your ears after a while. It's it's the worst. That's why another positive of where like double masking is you can kind of buffer it with the cloth masks ear loops, depending on how you wear it. So it's not the worst, but it's still, my ears were falling off by the end of the third day. Oh yeah. I see. So I have hold up. Can you see my cursor? Oh, you can see my cursor. Let's freaking go. All right, this is awesome. So I can like point to things. All right, I'm super happy. All right, cool. So, where were we? We had landed. We took a cheaper Uber because I walked to a nearby hotel from LAX. Got to the O Hotel. It was very hot. Even at the lowest setting that I could set my my air conditioner at, which was 66 degrees, it was still like lukewarm in the hotel room. It's a problem when you walk into your hotel from outside and it's warm in the hotel. It's also a problem when you walk from your hotel hallway into your hotel room that it is not much cooler than the hallway of the hotel. That's a problem for me. That's a big problem for me. They definitely did not. It said 66 degrees. It was probably like 75 or 80 in there. Probably like 75 or 80 in there. It was cooler than outside, but not by much. Not by much. Instructor Eggy. But yeah, so I checked in early. I went to Target, which is right down the street. It's like a block and a half away from this hotel. Got some, like I said, I got a big thing of water. I got some Chex Mix, a big thing of Chex Mix, because I always like to have a snack on hand just in case I like can't make it to a restaurant for whatever reason or something goes wrong. It's nice to have. And then I got some wet wipes because I did not have a bidet. Speaking of which, notes, super lucky. I can't believe you got a bidet in your hotel room. I'll have to specifically request that next time. I can't believe you. But yeah, so that happened once I was settled in because I had checked in early. Everything was good. I had my groceries. I was able to walk over to the convention center. So this was on my way. Apparently they had as you can see this line here, this is the line for the Novo, I believe. Which we'll get into this later, but the Novo, literally the worst concert venue. So like once you get in and everything is awesome, okay? It's actually pretty sweet, right? But they had the worst management I think I've ever seen at a concert venue. Just ridiculous. And like I said, I'll get into that. But this line that you see here, this is part of it. This is part of it. It's actually crazy. So this was day 0. This was Friday. This was Friday. So this is me walking to the convention center. This is still me walking to the convention center. There we go. So for anyone that doesn't know, AX is in the LA Convention Center. There's 2 main sections. There's the main expo hall, which is this big building you see to the left here. And then underneath it is a humongous parking garage, which is where they have the artist alley. So that's like underneath. And then to the right, across this sky bridge, they have 2 levels of this sky bridge. You connect to the other side. There's a whole other section, and that's where they had the entertainment hall along with most of the panels. So as you can see, the sun's already going down. There I am. This is the picture that I posted on Twitter. I'm so thrilled that I was able to get my cutout. Oh, it turned out so good. It was everything that I hoped for this trip. I got to use it a couple times. It was really nice. I'm so tall, right? It's a scale bird sort of thing. Don't think too much about it. All right, so I edited everything beforehand. There shouldn't be any doxing pictures in here, but if there is, people have seen my face already. I'm not too worried about it. Here's more pictures. They have these giant balloons over here. They have these giant like mascots for their for Anime Expo. I don't know why. I don't think I've ever seen anyone that's like, oh man, I love the mascots for Anime Expo. I have no idea why they do that. I don't know why they do that. Yeah, see, there they are. It's these people. Because they have the money, probably. Probably. Okay, so again, this is day 0. No rats, okay? This is day 0. I took about an hour. I walked around the entire convention center. And I found myself in front of an entrance. And I really needed to use the bathroom. Um, honestly, the whole time I thought this emote was you. That is not me. That is not me. That is Chris abroad in Japan. Famous for starting the FKEK emote that I turned into an actual emote. No, if you've I've been on a couple live streams. I've been on Tectone's stream and at TwitchCon last year, and I've recently, you can see me on Aethel's stream where I somehow was featured twice. Somehow I was there twice. I don't know why. But yeah, I'm not super, like, I don't want to be very visible, but I don't mind it as much as other people, if that makes sense. Like, if my face is out there, that's fine, but I would rather not, you know, that sort of stuff. Abroad in Japan. Yes, exactly. So anyway, I found myself at an entrance to the convention center that was wide open, and people were going in and out. And I was I really had to go to the bathroom, so I walked in. And I asked the security guard who was sitting inside the entrance. I was like, "Hey, where's the bathroom?" And he was like, "Oh, you have to go up the elevator over there." And I was like, "Thanks." And so I went over and I went up the elevator. So I got a couple photos while I was taking the long way to the bathroom. It's so nice in here when there's not like 4 million people wandering around. If I ever go back to Anime Expo, I think I'll only go back if I have some sort of like helper badge or industry badge or something like that, which I'll get into in the wrap up. But this is definitely my last year at Anime Expo. It's so nice and quiet in there when nobody's there. Look at this. I need to look into this because they had a big display for this new anime. All right, and then I left. I only spent about 10, maybe 15 minutes in there. I went to the bathroom and then I left. Cause I was like, if I get caught, yeah, I don't want to get kicked out. So I just walked back. I walked the back way. You can see the beer garden and stuff over here. And there we go. I think that's the last photo of the day for the convention center. And you can see all of this is like little mini conference rooms along the walkway. And then over here is where the entertainment hall is. And all of the larger panels were for trespassing and loitering. Exactly. Yeah, that would definitely happen to me. Okay, so again, this is day 0. I got some tickets for Anabash. I think it was called Anabash. At the Globe, which is where they held the VShojo after party last year. But this was day 0, and I wanted to see. I had heard that Demon Dice was going to be there for at least a song, so I was like, "Oh, sweet! Let's check it out." So I got a ticket, and I heard some other people might be showing up, but I wasn't really sure. So I just prepped myself for being an old man in a club, not having a great time, but like just listening to some music and then hoping to hear some music that I recognize. And I ran into this on the way over. Yeah, this is Senpai Squad. one of their fleet of wrapped cars. Really gorgeous. I like it a lot. I walked past this on the way in. And then this is what the Globe Theater looks like on the inside. It's pretty small. The thing about the Globe Theater is, if you look on the top here, right here, this is a giant balcony, and it sort of wraps. It doesn't wrap all the way around. These are like little extra balconies, right, on the sides here. But this goes almost all the way around the venue, and it's huge. All right, and this venue is old, and it's made of brick. Okay. So it means that as soon as you step in the door and you take more than 10 steps into the building and you get underneath the mezzanine, underneath the balcony here, you have 0 cell phone service, which is not good for Eggy. Because if you're there by yourself and you're like an introvert and the music is pretty loud, you're not gonna like talk to people. You're not gonna like meet new people. I was there mostly for the music, but I was also trying to see like who else was coming, right? No cell phone service. Yeah, it was rough. So I would basically like wander into the crowd and like sort of enjoy the music for 20 minutes, half an hour. It was good. Most of them were just playing anime openings and like that were edited to be more like EDM or dubstep or whatever. It was fine. And then I would walk a little bit back to the entrance and I would just chill there for like half an hour or 20 minutes, checking my phone. And I noticed there were a few dozen people who basically had the same idea as me, and we just rotated through the whole night. You'd be the annoying woo girl if you went. Always woo at concerts. Yeah, there were definitely plenty of people who were very much enjoying themselves. Again, I'm not much of a drinker, especially with the prices that that these places get away with charging. So I was definitely not inebriated in any way, which probably contributed to my negative experience. Who needs to drink to throw it? I mean, fair. That's fair. That is fair. But yeah, people had a good time. People had a good time. Took a couple pictures. You can see this guy has a sweet Hollow Myth jacket. Pretty cool. Same price list as major sports games. Yeah. Yeah, I think last year when I went, I did have, I think I had 2 drinks last year. And I think I paid like, I think it was like $12 a drink, something like that, plus tip. So I ended up spending like $30 something for 2 drinks. It was no thank you. No thank you. Like you're already spending. Were they at least cocktails? Yeah. It wasn't like a beer or anything like that. So it's not the worst, you know. It's just you're already spending like $30 to $50 for the ticket to get into the place, you know, and then you're spending another $30 to $50 on a couple drinks, and it's, I don't know, maybe I'm just an old man. But it was fun. They had some good music. And they charge more because it's Cali. Yeah. Okay. So this guy did the... I've been told this guy did the music for a number of games, including Omega Strikers, which is how... I forgot about that because I was caught completely by surprise. I was checking my phone in the entranceway when Demon Dice popped on stage and did the song that she made with him for Omega Strikers. So I was caught unawares by that one. But as always, she has amazing stage presence. She was great. I always love to see Demon Dice perform live. It's crazy. Very, very cool. So she popped on stage, she did that song, and then she took off until Teddy Lloyd came on later on. Which I'm realizing I don't have a picture of because I just videotaped the whole thing and I posted that to Twitter. Oops. Oh well. It's on my Twitter. But yeah, Teddy Lloyd came on couple DJs later. Why does this happen? This was like 3 songs into the set. Apparently this is something that he does. Wait, what do you have news? What's your news? News? Nice! Oh, that's awesome. Congrats. 100 followers. That's awesome. Man, everyone in the community is doing really well. That's awesome. Because we have was it Notes? Notes is yeah. Blame Noodle. Notes hit 100 what, like a month ago now, something like that. Very cool. Okay. So what happened was Teddy Lloyd came up. I really enjoyed his music. So I basically so back here, where's one of the, okay, so you see this right here, this like overhang. So when he came on, I scooted myself right underneath here. So I'm fairly tall, so I had a very, very nice view. And it was much closer for the second time Demon Dice showed up. Yeah, see, I'm much closer here. Very nice. But again, before we leave here, I have to say, the music in this theater, in this club, way too soft. It was much louder last year at the V Shoujo party. I don't know what was up. I don't know if they changed out their speakers or if they like consciously were told to keep it down or something, but it was loud, right? For a concert, it was loud, but you could hear and talk to people next to you, even this close to the stage, which is weird to me. In a place like this, I'm used to like yelling at people like that are right next to me. Like that's how it was last year. Like you couldn't talk to anyone because it was so loud in there. Like I came out with my ears ringing. I couldn't hear like half of the next day. This time, the music was at like, I don't know, 50% of that volume. It was still loud, but it was not even close to how much. Yeah, you should not be able to communicate with the people next to you. If you want to talk, you either go to the back or you I don't know, like people smoke or whatever. I don't know. You like go outside real quick, right? You go downstairs, you go to the bathroom, something. I don't know. But yeah, it was weird. It was weirdly soft. You scream at each other. Exactly. I would be able to like talk with my normal voice and somebody would be able to understand what I'm saying. It was that unloud. So that was another thing that I had an issue with at this club. Okay, so I left there right after Demon Dice. I didn't even wait for Teddy Lloyd to finish. No, I did wait. I waited for the final song to play, and then I took off. I was right near the exit at that point. Didn't meet up with any castle members. I heard there were a few of them there, but I didn't really get any distinguishing features, and I didn't really know any of the people that were there, and I wasn't about to like out myself or anything like that. So like if like somebody I knew was there, I would have tried to meet up with them, but there wasn't really anyone there that I was familiar with. So I just stuck to myself. I left as soon as Teddy Lloyd was finished. I got one of the best burritos that I've had. I stopped at a food truck. I think it was called Jay's something. It was just the letter J, Jay's something taco truck on the way back. It was good. It was an awesome California burrito. I was very happy. It was like 2 a.m. So I grabbed that on the way back to the hotel. I ate that and I slept in. It was nice. Sir, welcome back. Welcome in, welcome in. Hope you're doing well. So that was day 0. And yeah, I always default to burrito. They're like the perfect food. You were lonely last Friday. Oh no. Oh, sorry. I guess I could probably figure out when I'm in Japan, I want to figure out how to do live streams, like IRL streams. When I'm in Japan this year or next year. I think it's reasonable to try some it's a lot to set up. It is. So they would be like scuffed, like not like IRL backpack streams, because usually IRL backpack streams, the creator is a part of the stream, and you want to have something so that you can like move around and show your face and show everything and all of that. It's very professional. All I want to do is like show people places, so I'll probably just use a second phone that's like tethered to my phone or something like that, and I'll just use that to stream. It'll be scuffed, but the internet in Tokyo is pretty reasonable for the cell. Anyway, moving on. This is day 1. This is day 1. I walked in to the entertainment hall. Normally rent a phone. I have gotten pocket Wi-Fi before. It's very reasonable in Japan. You get pocket Wi-Fi and then you just connect your phone to the Wi-Fi. It's like a portable hotspot that you carry around with you in Japan. But it's one more thing to worry about, one more thing to charge. They're not super expensive, but they can get expensive. You know that sort of stuff. So I now have Google Fi, and I have the unlimited international plan. So when I go to Japan, I have 4G, unlimited speeds, pretty reasonable. And I don't mind paying for that. It's just my normal plan. Like basically anywhere in the world that I go, I'll have at least 3G unlimited data, which is really important to me. Like I said, I went to bed at what, like 2 a.m., something like that, 3 a.m. So I slept till about 9 o'clock, 9:30. I woke up, I got ready, and I walked out of my hotel room. I met this dude in the elevator. I was like, hey, how's it going? And he was like, not too bad. I'm nervous because this is my first AX, because he noticed that I had a badge. And I was like, yeah. And he was like, I have a problem though. I don't know how to get there. I was like, what are you doing? Google Maps is the thing. Hello? How did you get here? So I ended up walking with this dude. I was like, yeah, whatever. We'll just walk together. I walked this dude over to the convention center. Again, let me remind you, it is 10 o'clock. So they are, no, it's 9 o'clock because they had just opened the doors and they were starting to let people in, right? They're starting to let people in. And by the time we got there, I think it was like 9:30 or whatever. And there were so many people in line. There was literally a double line around the convention center. So like the line went from the door out around the convention center, all the way around, and then around the convention center a second time. It was a double line. And I walked with the guy and I'm like, oh no. And I'm like, wait, I have an idea. This may work. And he's like, what? And I was like, instead of finding the end of this line, what if we just went in the back? And he's like, huh? And I was like, yeah, let's just see what the back entrance looks like before we get in line. And he was like, okay. So we walk in. There are a number of back entrances to the convention center, and they're all, last year I had a premium badge which allowed you to get in the same back entrances that like industry and that sort of stuff, all of those people use, right? This year they didn't sell those, so I was a regular pleb. I had a regular 4-day badge, just regular person badge. And I was like, well, let's just see what's going on. So I walked back and I checked out one of the entrances and it was just open. There wasn't a sign. There wasn't any extra stuff around. It was just completely open. There were just people, like there were a handful of people walking in when I got there. So I was like, okay, I guess this is just how, I guess just maybe nobody knows about this entrance. I have no idea. So we just walk in, do the bag check. They scan our badges like normal. There's a little like badge tap thing. And then we just walk in. No line. We get in right as the convention's opening. And I was like, wow, I found a cheat code. Weird that they just let us in this back entrance, but okay, let's go. So I just walked in. This is me in the entertainment hall. I was probably one of the first, like, maybe 500 people in the building. And I just walked around real quick and got some pictures. This is outside the Kawa booth. There was a bunch of VTuber stuff happening here. They had a Mary standee. A bunch of these VTubers, I don't know who they are. I really don't. But it was cool to see a bunch of VTuber stuff happening. This was the Kawa slash Super. I keep wanting to say Super Senpai Squad, but I think it's just Senpai Squad. This is the booth. This is. I don't know how many of you like watched False ID or you were on Twitter, or whatever, like keeping your ear to the news, but this booth in particular had multiple things stolen from it. And if you look up here, you can see why. Because they made the baffling decision. So a lot of like booths and stuff in the regular expo hall, they'll have like tables set up and all of that, right? And like if you're slick, if you're like a really stealthy person, if you're like really good at this, you can probably slip something into your pocket as like a bunch of people are like walking past, right? But something, at least with those tables in the expo hall, you have staff like just right on the other side of the tables generally, right? However, at this booth, you can see, let me move. You can see they just have shelves of product just sitting there. And when you have hundreds of people going in and out of your booth on a daily basis, this is so easy. Somebody just grabs something. There's no cameras. There's nothing. Like, I was baffled at this booth setup. I really was. Yeah, I don't know what they were thinking. I really don't. Like, all you have to do is take, there's like a wall back here with like a bunch of other product just like hanging on the wall. All you have to do is like slide that wall up a little bit and put these shelves behind the wall. And then put up a poster with like, here's what we offer. So yeah, I don't know. I don't know what was going on with that. I feel really bad for them though, because like this whole booth had a bunch of terrible stuff happen to them over the week. Like they had, the roof was leaking onto this booth for multiple days, like a bad leak. They also had people, yeah, they steal stuff and they even have a getaway car all ready to go. So they had a roof leak. Apparently they had many people verbally abuse the staff and VTubers that were a part of this booth. Because apparently people don't like that VTubers are becoming a part of anime culture now. Ridiculous. Crybabies. And then you also had people, one of these, actually this, I believe, this standee right here that I took a picture of, this standee was stolen day one. So probably right after I took this picture, somebody stole this. Which again, makes sense because there's no one here. There's no cameras. The booth, okay, look, this booth right here is like off to this side. And the staff, whoops. Oh no, I hit stop. Okay, here we go. The staff is all the way on the other side of the booth. So once it gets busy, I could totally see somebody just like grabbing one of these and just walking out the door, and nobody's going to take a second look, which is, it's really frustrating. It's really frustrating. Their security must have been the lowest bid, maybe? Or they were just not aware. I have no idea. Like, it's not easy to walk out of an expo hall with one of these. Like, they're very apparent. You know, it's not easy. So it's just like, it's a matter of letting them know that, hey, if you see somebody with a standee, maybe don't let them exit. They fold easily. Yeah, that's true. They could have folded it. But yeah, so problems, lots of problems here. Hide it in a ladder. Yeah. Cosplay as a repairman. So the next place I checked out was right across the hall from this. Again, I'm a super fan of Fate Grand Order, FGO. Very happy with where things are going in this game. Again, we're 2 years behind JP, so I know everything that's coming out, but it's still cool to see a bunch of promo material for the game. This is one of my favorite new characters that just came out. I was very lucky to be able to pull her as well. Here's another new character that came out, and then they have every major story, like it's like every 6 months or so they come out with a new major story, like the next part of the main story, and they always have this really beautifully animated, almost like a music video, but it's like a huge trailer for the story that's gonna happen. And they were playing that on loop. It was really nice. I love Gotcha. Oh no. But what's cool is when I was here, I was one of the first people to this booth, and they were debuting a new game called Fate Samurai Remnant. They're debuting a new game called Fate Samurai Remnant. which I got to play, and I got a special limited edition keychain for because I got to play the demo, which was awesome. The lines for this were like insane later on, so getting here like really early was super cool. The game I'm excited for, I've got it pre-ordered for the PS5, but basically
It should have been me, not him! It's not fair!
oh god. It's basically like a light it's like a light RPG mixed with a Warriors type game, like the Dynasty Warriors or Hyrule Warriors, you know, that sort of thing. So not my favorite type of game, but it played pretty good for as early in I think it's still got like a year to go. I think it's coming out like in the spring or summer next year, something like that. But it should be good. The graphics were pretty sweet, pretty cool character designs. I was happy. Trash Taste had a booth. We'll see more of this on the last day, but Trash Taste had a huge booth. Like, this is massive. Huge merch store. If you spent more than $150, you got to, or is it $250? It was expensive. It was like, you got to pull this huge gacha machine and get like a free t-shirt or something like that. I did not do this. And then they had smaller ones over here that were like just crane games for like $1 a play or something like that, and they just had like little keychains and wrist warmers and that sort of stuff. It was neat. I apologize to this dude who looked directly into the camera when I took this photo. Must have been Connor's idea. Maybe. I think it's cool. This is the backside of the Aniplex booth. More Fate Grand Order stuff. They had a full cat bus. If any of you have seen My Neighbor Totoro, you've seen this. But this was a full-sized, fuzzy cat bus that you could get in and take pictures inside of. I was blown away. I've not seen anything like this before. Alright, this was just showcasing some designs from some anime. What was this? I watched a couple episodes of this anime. It's like, what was it called? Otaku Wars or something like that. It was cool. The designs and the art for this anime are really cool. The story lost me after like a couple episodes. I was like, okay. I'll probably go back and try and watch it at some point, but it's neat to see some of the art from this. Oh yeah, okay. So, speaking of gacha, speaking of gacha, Hoyoverse had a huge, and I mean massive booth. It was huge. And they had separate sections for Honkai Impact 3rd, Genshin Impact, Star Rail, and their new game that is coming out next year called ZZZ, what's it called? Not Zentrea. Zenless Zone Zero. Thank you, Maza. God, this game looks good. Unfortunately, it's another gacha game, which of course it is. But it looks very, very, very good. I actually got to play it. Not here. I got to play it on the last day. But I'm happy to report that it plays very, very nice. It feels very fun to play. I'm very happy. I'm excited. I'm excited for this to come out. I don't know if it'll replace Star Rail or if I'll just play it for a little bit, but we'll see. The character designs and the art style are very, very cool. They had some cosplayers assisting with this section. Okay, and then this very blurry photo. By this time it was like 11. Yeah, it was like 11. And I wanted to go to the trigger panel, which was gonna happen at like 2 o'clock, 2 p.m., something like that. And here's what you gotta do. A piece of advice. Anyone that's going to a large convention like this that has panels, double check, make sure that panel's clear before and or after. Because sometimes, like Anime Expo, they do not clear before and or after panels. So what that means is that if you sit down at a panel at 10 o'clock in the morning when everything is opening, you can sit in that same seat if they do not clear the room. You can sit in that same seat for the entire day and just be there for every single panel that they show in that room for the entire day. Okay? Why they did this, I have no idea. But I met up with Zephyros, and we basically sat here. We caught the end of the opening, like AX opening ceremonies, and then we sat through 2 different panels. Yeah, this was I wasn't supposed to take this picture. I got yelled at for taking this picture. I had just walked in, and I didn't know there was like a no recording policy or anything like that. I walked up to the door because I was gonna get in line for the next panel after this, and the guy's like, "Oh, you can just go in," and I was like, "Oh, okay, cool." So I was like looking for a seat, and then they started doing like a mini concert thing. I was like, "Oh, cool!" I took a picture, and some lady ran up to me, and was like, "You can't take pictures in here." I was like, "Oh, I'm so sorry." Okay, so yeah, too late. I've already taken the picture. So the first panel that I didn't need to see this, but I am a pretty big fan of the Eminence in Shadow. I did not expect to be, but last year watching the Eminence in Shadow, very, very, very good anime. You just take a picture of her. But if anyone's not familiar with this, I just give it a shot. It knows what it is. It's very silly, and it's about this dude who gets isekai'd, and for once he thinks everyone else is delusional. But he's like the most powerful being in the world. The manga is so much better. Really? I haven't read the manga. A lot less fan service? Really? Oh, I'll have to check it out then. I'll have to read the manga. Because it's very, very good. I really enjoyed it. He ends up getting a whole group of people to follow him. And he becomes the leader of a shadow organization. And he thinks everyone else is delusional. He'll like make up a story about some demon general that's trying to take over the world. And somehow there's a demon general trying to take over the world with like the same name that he made up. So his whole group is like trying to fight this boss. And he's like, man, people are dumb. I can't believe they're really clinging on to what I say. Man, people are dumb. Yeah, he's LARPing, but everyone else takes it seriously, and it's literally like all this stuff is actually happening. It's so funny. And I will say, we got to see the whole, yeah, they're fighting a god and he's like, man, I love orange. The first episode of the second season is so good. It is so good. I am very much looking forward to this. There's a part where he like gets caught up in this new thing in a new city that's happening, and this woman saves him. He doesn't need to be saved, but this woman saves him from a threat, and she like lists off like it's about the moon. She's like, the blood moon has risen, we're out of time, you must run for your life now, we're out of time, something like that. Like this whole like super epic scene. Like she has like this whole monologue that she goes on, and he's like, he just repeats what she says word for word, and then she leaves. He's like, I like that. And then like multiple times over the course of the episode, he saves people and uses the same exact lines on the people. It's so stupid. It's so stupid. It's so stupid. Okay. I think they had. Oh, this was the Japanese voice actor for the main character, and he got to answer some questions and do some of the lines. Sir, you're. Sir, you just said the opposite of what Nikki said. Nikki's saying that the manga is way better than the anime. Okay, so to be honest though, I think that just goes to show how good of a series this is. Because you have somebody that's like, the manga is way better than the anime. Then you have somebody saying the anime is way better than the manga. So you know they're good. It's just good. No matter how you look at it, it's just good. The real delusion was the fans all along. Yeah, so he got to say some of his iconic lines. He's really crazy. He's a good voice actor. The anime embraces the cringe. I love that it embraces the cringe. It's so good. All right, so we sat through that. Trigger panel started. I don't think I got any. Yeah, I didn't get any pictures. Because you couldn't record or anything. He did say the nuclear line. Have you watched Giguk's review? I can't remember if I did or not, because by the time his review came out, it was like halfway through the season and I had already watched all of it. But yeah, it's so good. It's so good. Yeah, I really wouldn't mind. I really wouldn't mind doing a watch along. I really wouldn't mind doing a watch along for that. Oh, for the review? I'm trying to remember. I'm pretty sure I did watch it. But yeah, we could do a react to that. We could do a react to that. What happened at the trigger? So everything that happened at the trigger panel is now public information. But they basically reacquired the rights to Gurren Lagann, which is awesome. They're somehow doing a re-release of the movie in theaters that's supposed to be 4D. I don't know what they're gonna do with that, but that was like their big that was like one of their big announcements, was a 4D re-release of the Gurren Lagann movie in theaters in the US. I don't know. And then they are coming out with a new anime which is the what was it? It's like cooking in a dungeon or something like that. I don't know. We got to see like a good chunk of like the first episode. I don't think we saw the whole first episode, but it was close to the whole first episode. It was very good. It wasn't like amazing, but it was pretty good. And yeah, their last announcement was that they got the rights back to panty and stocking, which is crazy, like actually crazy. And the staff were very, very committed to keeping the tone of the series the same. So we'll see what happens. I'd never seen this. I had only heard of it before this panel, but in the hotel room, I watched the first, like, I think 3 episodes that night. I was like, oh, this is like adult Powerpuff Girls. Okay, I can kind of see the appeal. Okay, cool. Dungeon Meshi was one of those manga that took a bit to get started. Ooh, okay. I mean, like, what was it? Campfire Cooking in Another World? The one where the dude makes a pet out of Fafnir? Wait, no, that's different. Is that a different one? I'm trying to remember. Literally can't remember. So there recently, what was it? Mappa did the anime a few months ago, where you have the guy, he has access to like Amazon and 7-Eleven in Another World. That one was really good. I really enjoyed that one. So I'm sure I'll enjoy this one as well. It's just funny that there's so many food related isekai stories or fantasy stories, I guess. All right, moving on. Zephyros tipped me off that there was at the Good Smile booth. I did not know this, but at the Good Smile booth this year, there was basically a magazine or a zine filled with art from Cyberpunk 2077, the anime. And we went directly from the panel and we stood in line at this booth for that. It was kind of like how Handyman Saito was, where it started with general stuff happening before it got off on the plot. Okay, cool. Also, since you mentioned it, Handyman Saito, far and away my favorite anime of the past like year or two. Please watch it. It's so good. So good. Highly, highly recommend that. It's like, yeah, it's, oh my god, it's so freaking good. I did not know what was happening at first, but I really digged the part where they like introduced characters in like these little segments. Like they broke up each episode into like 3 segments for like the first couple episodes, introduced new characters, and then the plot kicked in. I was like, oh, this is something special. Oh, this is really cool. But yeah, so this is the Good Smile booth. We went directly from the panel here. We got in line. And we actually didn't get in line because the line was capped when we walked over. We got yelled at. The lady was like, "You can't stand here." I was like, "Huh?" She's like, "The line is capped." I was like, "Oh, okay. Well, I see the sign." I was like, "So we'll just stand over here." And she's like, "You can't stand there." I was like, "What?" But what? She's like, "You have to walk. You have to go. You can't stand around." I was like, okay, I'm sorry. Zephyros. How's it going? So, you remember when we were yelled at by the line lady at the Good Smile booth? And we just kind of like shuffled off a couple extra paces. Yeah, we waited like 5 minutes, and she was busy because like the line started moving, and then I heard her go, "All right, the line's open," and then we just like walked over and got back in line. We totally didn't make a line. Yeah, we just stared at one of like the big pictures and we're like, all right, we're planning out our schedule. We're just like near the area that we need to be in. So as I said on Twitter, we did get online. I am going broke next year. Like, I'm actually going broke next year. I need so many of these. So they're finally finishing the Hollow EN first wave Nendoroids. Definitely getting the Callie, definitely getting the Ina. I might get LaPlus. I really like her design. They had some of the larger figures. This Pecora was huge. She was like 1.5 feet tall. This Pecora, like massive. What is? Oh yeah. Can I zoom in? I don't think I can zoom in. Zoom in. Eggy files for chapter 7. yeah, pretty much. So like with shipping, if you pre-order one of these figures with shipping, it comes out to like $80 or something like that. 80 to 100. It's crazy. But if you don't pre-order it and you don't get it when it's like the first run, then you're paying over $100 when they like hits the secondary market. It's crazy. But another one that I really want, you can't really see it here, but this is Ronnie from Elden Ring. This looks gorgeous, like actually gorgeous. I really want this one. Like the details in this one are nuts. What else do we have here? Why did I take this one? Yeah, that one was really good. Yeah, in Japan, you can get some pretty good deals for sure, but then you have to bring it back, right? And figures are always pretty bulky to bring back. I guess Nendoroids aren't too bad, but then I'm always afraid of like breaking something. And yeah, figurine buying is painful nowadays. Oh yeah. Look at this. They're gonna have a Rebecca figure. Oh, I want that. She looks so good. Oh my god. I wish I could zoom in and show you guys. Hold up. Let me double check. How to zoom. Hotkey Z. Well, that doesn't do anything. All right, Control E. Video. Geometry. Interactive zoom. Is there a way to like turn this off? Use the mouse to click and drag the rectangle. It won't let me click and drag the rectangle. Well, you can kind of see it. It's a little bit better here. That's sad. Alright, let's just turn this off. But yeah, so that's cool. I really want the Rebecca. And then I got a close-up picture of, they're gonna have a case on Nendoroid and they're gonna have a Nazuna Nendoroid. Both of these are TVA, so they're probably coming out at the end of next year. Anything like gray is gonna be at least a year out, which is nuts. But both of these look really good. I'm probably pot committed at this point to just getting all of the VShoujos. All of the VShoujo Nendoroids. I'm probably just pot committed at this point. All right, so I bought the zine and I took a look at it actually today for the first time. It's incredible. Zephyros, have you taken a look at your, if you're still here, have you taken a look at the Cyberpunk 2077 magazine that we got? Some of the, oh my god, I am so glad. I want to like cut out half of those pages and mount, like put them in frames. It's just gorgeous. It's really, really cool. All right, so this is sort of what the halls look like day one. This was basically the most waste of space in the entire convention center. They took up this square of space right here is massive. It's probably like 25 by 25 feet. And all they did with it was they just put up a giant Luffy balloon when they could have just as easily had this thing floating above one of their other booths. They could have just had it in the air. He literally fly. Like, it's so stupid. It's so stupid. I always wondered what goes through the heads of people when they have their art at a convention. A giant mom, no. Wait, what do you mean, Audrey? When they have their art at a convention? Like, when you get your art displayed at a convention? Like, how cool that must be? Or are you talking like nepotism? Or like when their art is good enough to be... Oh, yeah, it's crazy. So I ran to the restroom a little bit later, and I ran into Pom Pom. This is a little like alcove out here. Out here is the main convention center, like the expo entrance, like that big area that you always see. No Pom Pom butt. No, you got the butt. Notes took a picture of the Pom Pom butt. But right around the corner here to the left is a fairly large Star Rail. They have a giant like cardboard version of the train, which is really neat to see. They always had a bunch of Genshin and Star Rail like cosplayers around there, hanging around there. And I guess Pom Pom made regular appearances, which is nice. Well, there we go. Oh, speaking of, okay, I'll get to this a little bit later. So, I visited. So this is somebody at the castle. They go by Nick. But they, somebody in the castle had a booth here at AX. They're called Gotcha Pins. So I made sure to go. I bought a couple pins from them. They weren't there at the time, so I didn't get to say hi at that point. But I got a couple. I think I got one of the dongo ones, and they had a little snail one that was really cute, and it was AX exclusive. So it was really cute. And then I met up with Notes right around here. Met up with Notes, and actually you've probably seen them poke in every now and then. The most elusive founders badge holder on this channel, Ruined Voyage. I met up with both of them right around here, and we checked out Artist Alley for quite a while. It was awesome. Got to hang out, got to talk, got to say hi. Both wonderful people. As you would expect, I had a couple booths that I had on a list. One of them was this booth. This is Pokey. She does a lot of VTuber art. Fairly well known, I guess. Friends with Demon Dice Karen. Couple exclusive Demon Dice artworks here. I didn't write a message. I probably could have, but I didn't write a message here. A bunch of people wrote little messages, and these were given to her after the con. It was pretty cool. Okay. Yeah. All right, here we go. We're gonna get into this. I'm trying to remember. I went back to my hotel for a short amount of time. I had a snack, got some water, and then I went back out. So I said bye to Notes and Ruined Voyage, and I went back to my hotel because I had a concert coming up. I had tickets to the Shin Megami Tensei 30th anniversary live concert, which y'all know me. I'm a huge fan of Shin Megami Tensei. Just kidding. I'm not actually. I'm a huge fan of Persona games. I don't know a lot about the Shin Megami Tensei games. I've heard they're very difficult. That's pretty much it. But they share a lot of the same art assets, and debatably are in the same universe as the Persona games. Shin Megami Tensei came first. It's been a series for 30 years. It's been around for a long time, and a lot of people love the show. And I heard that that the live band was going to be done by the Video Game Orchestra, which are incredibly talented. Like, they're so good. Oh my god. So yeah, I got a ticket to this, and oh boy, did it not go as I expected. You can see me here in line. You know what time I thought to get there? I was like, you know what, the concert starts at 6. I'll show up around maybe 7:30. I think I showed up a little bit before 7:30. Sorry, did I say the concert starts at 6? The concert starts at 8. And I showed up a good half an hour before the concert started. Big mistake. Apparently I'm dumb. Apparently I'm the dummy. Apparently that's so late that it is ridiculously stupid to do, okay? How was I to know? I have no idea. I've been to so many concerts in my life. I usually show up, I don't know, like an hour to half an hour beforehand. I've never, ever had an issue. Yeah, I had a ticket. I paid almost $100 for a ticket for this. I had a seated ticket in the balcony for this. It was expensive. Okay. I sat in this line until 8:30. I was in line for an hour. I literally got in, like they probably went for 2 hours. I missed a good fourth to a third of the concert. I was so pissed off. So even if I had shown up an hour before the concert, I still don't think I would have gotten in at an appropriate time, which is like, it was baffling to me. They way oversold this because they have like a general area for everyone, and then they have the seating area up above, and they had one line for everybody. They had 4. So the way that they were doing this is the most baffling thing I have ever seen in my life. They had this line went into the alley, and then they had a security guard stopped there, okay? And they would stop the line, and then every like 5 to 10 minutes, they would take a group of maybe 10 to 20 people up the 2 escalators into onto the balcony where the Nova like lets in, apparently. And that's it. They were doing like 10 to 20 people every 5 to 10 minutes. It was nuts. It was literally like a Disneyland. It was like a ride. They were like, all right, the coaster is in the station. All right, everyone get on. And then they'd take their ride, and then it was so bad. And then once you get up there, there's another line that you have to wait through in order to go through security. So I had to wait in another line on the balcony. They had a bag check. They had 4 metal detectors. And they had 2 people checking tickets. So you have probably, I don't know how many people they fit in there. Probably like 500 people. They probably had 500 people total in there. There were a lot of people in the general like standing only section down below. But they had that all down to a choke point of 2 entrances with 2 people checking tickets. Just completely baffling to me. I don't understand how you run events like that. I don't understand how you run events like that. I was so pissed off by the time I got there. And of course, the concert's going, so it's extremely dark in there. Who are you seeing? Oh, Shin Megami Tensei 30th anniversary live concert. So they played a bunch of music from the entire series. It was the video game orchestra plus a couple like extra people that came on just for this. It's the first time that they've played this music in the US. This is what the venue looks like from the inside. This is where I ended up standing for a good 10 minutes, 20 minutes until there was like a lull where they started talking again. So I didn't even sit down until about 45 minutes into the concert because I couldn't find my seat because it was so freaking dark in there. You couldn't, they didn't even have like lights, you know, like in movie theaters, they have like lights lining the seats, like so that you can see where you're stepping. They didn't have anything like that. You kidding me? It's called the Novo, the venue. Yeah, this is what the full thing looks like. So I ended up sitting. So they have 3 sections like this. So this is one whole section, this is another whole section, and then to my left here there's another whole section over here. I'm trapped where I am right now because there's no exit. There are 2 doors behind me, neither of them open. One of them says staff, the other one is probably a closet. I have no idea. My actual seat was somewhere around here, and you can see these lights right here. So I said that there's no lights along the you can't see these along the path. You cannot see these. Like this doesn't show you anything when there's a concert going on. It's so bad. All right, I finally got to my seat. Finally get to my seat, and I can enjoy the second half of the concert in peace. And to be honest, it was amazing. The band was incredible. Everyone was so incredibly talented. Their vocalist was awesome. Their keyboardist was nuts. Their bassist was nuts. They had a full string section. They had a is there another picture? Oh, there's not one. They had a violinist, cellist, and a oh, what's the larger violin? Oh, what's it called? God, my brain. Love it. I love my brain. Viola, thank you. Oh wait, why didn't you get auto-modded? Why did you get auto-modded for that? Huh? It's this sex-based terms. Huh? Automod, do you understand? I don't think Automod knows what anatomy is. Oh, that's hilarious. So yeah, they had a full string section. It was awesome. Like I said, I don't know this series super well. I remember when Shin Megami Tensei 5 came out, and it was a big deal. But it's like the we're often forgotten. Yeah, that sucks. I know somebody who's a professional violinist, so I'm fairly familiar with how orchestras are laid out and all of that. So like, I could understand how that might happen to like the general public. But yeah, it's a bad Spanish thing. Oh my god. Okay, well, we're talking about instruments, Automod. Get your crap together. But yeah, I very, very much liked this a lot. I might see if I can start the series like on my own at some point. Just because it looked awesome. I know they're extremely difficult though, so maybe I won't. Yeah, this is the whole crew. They're all super happy, super proud. They had 3 of the English voice cast as the MCs for this event. It was nice. There we go. You can see them coming out. But yeah, if you're interested, look up Video Game Orchestra on Twitter, and you can find, they posted all about this. I think they may have even posted some of the songs from this on their Twitter, but definitely well worth it checking them out. And that was it. That was it for the day. That was it for the day. I think this was... Okay, so this was Sunday. 7/2. Yeah, so this was Sunday. I woke up. I was like, imagine standing in lines, right? Imagine. I was like, I have a secret entrance. So I woke up late. I slept in. I walked over to the convention center after I got ready. I think it was like 10-ish. It was like 10 o'clock. I just like kind of sauntered over, went to the back entrance, and was completely blindsided by a completely different experience than I had day one. The back entrance not only had full security, it had double the staff, it had giant signs everywhere that said exhibitor and VIP entrance only, and they had somebody literally outside checking people's badges before they even got to the thing. they would be like, you don't have an exhibitor badge or an industry badge or anything like that? Yeah, no, get out of here. So I was like, oh no, oh man. Well, I'm not standing in a line for an hour, so I went over and I stood in a different line for an hour, and I went to the was it like the Marriott or whatever? Yeah, they learned. So there were a couple of castle members that got into this panel, so I ended up sitting with them. They were nice, and I got to see the Henya panel, and it was the Vshoujo Japan panel. They had Henya and Keisan. They're supposed to have Nazuna as well, but one, Nazuna is very nervous around like international crowds and that sort of stuff, and also she decided to stream, so her stream went offline like 2 hours before the panel started, and I was like, oh yeah, she's not making it. The one thing that I will say, I don't think it's worth going to these panels because Vshoujo always streams them, and I had completely forgotten about that. So you got basically the same experience by watching their Twitch channel that you did by being there in person. So it's not really worth it. Not really worth it. I did get to see Keisan being absolutely terrifying. Like legit terrifying. She I don't know if any of y'all saw the panel online, but apparently there was a dispute where she thought that she paid for her business class flight to America for her, like herself, and she brought it up with the CEO sitting next to her, and she like grilled him for like 15 minutes on it. Legit terrifying. I would not want to meet Keisan in a dark alley. I would not. Oh. But yeah, it was a good panel. This is what the place looked like. This is what the place looked like when I left. So they had the Nijisanji concert after that in the same room, and then they had the Connor and Mouse panel after that in the same room. I was not going to sit here for the entire day. I did not want to sit in this like hotel area for the entire time. So I left after the Vshoujo Japan channel. As you can see, it might be a little difficult to see, but this entire area This entire area, there's 2 conference rooms. There's one down below. There's one up top. And I think actually there might be a third one over here. Hundreds of people in each of these for these panels, okay? This is the exit. Right here. Right here. This is the exit. And these people are all trying to leave. You see a problem here? How? Because the way they set this up is just like AX proper. You have to tap your badge to get in, but you also, when you leave, you have to tap your badge to leave, so that people can't like pass their ticket to somebody else and like reuse the same badge to get multiple people in. I suppose it works that way. But they had two scanners, one on each side of this door, and they just had a growing line because the panel had just emptied out. They had a growing line of people trying to leave who couldn't, because we were forced to badge out of a single door. Yeah, fire marshal, be like, where? Fire marshal, huh? Who? I have no idea. But yeah, so I had to document that. I think it took me like 5 minutes to leave, which is unacceptable. Got this nice picture. Fire marshal is so actually day 1. I think day 1. I heard that they actually shut down the building. They stopped letting people into the expo day 1, which is baffling to me. Like, they literally had the police and fire marshals like literally came in and they closed entrance into the entire expo center. So apparently they're not a myth. They apparently do something. Ugh. But yeah, here's a big One Piece live action poster. I don't know what One Piece Day 23 is. That's coming up in like 2 weeks. Live streaming to YouTube. I have no idea what this is. I hadn't heard anything about it, and I still haven't heard anything about it. But it should be interesting. I'm actually excited for the One Piece live action. As foolish as that sounds. All right, so I left. I got that picture of the outside. I got this awesome picture. This is from Final Fantasy 16. Look at this statue. This thing's incredible. It glows. It's got lights on the inside. They had a line of like 20 plus people for the entire convention that were getting pictures with this thing. I just walked to the side and took a picture of it. But this thing was incredible. So cool. Walked over, took a picture. This is the Vshoujo booth. Huge upgrade from last year. Is Square Enix? Yeah, they don't half-ass anything. Yeah. But they have a huge screen now that people can talk. They have a microphone that they give people when they talk. Very, very cool meet and greet experience. I didn't get in line to meet anybody this year, but I thought it was super cool. I got to hang out and listen to some of the interactions. Here's the full booth. It looks awesome. They certainly do it up. They do it right. Here's the other thing. I didn't like any of the merch that Vshoujo brought to the con. I don't know if I got a picture. Oh, here we go. There's some of the picture. So the Henya debut stuff, I'm still waiting for, by the way. I still have not gotten this. It doesn't say shipped. It doesn't say anything. I still have not gotten anything. I got the desk mat and I got the standee, and I'm pissed. I need to contact support at this point. Yeah. But their t-shirts were fine. The Maid Cafe standees were kind of weird because they're like large and bulky. They have some desk mats. They have some bags, some pins. They didn't have any enamel pins anymore. They used to have a huge section of enamel pins that I really, really liked. No more enamel pins. Just like the button pins, some posters. So I didn't end up buying any of their merch. I really, really wanted to, but oh well. Oh yeah, they had the Zentrea statue figure, whatever. It looks really cool. There's another picture later on with some of the little geckos that it comes with. She still has feet though. Oh, she has feet though. Yeah, she doesn't have little spiky spikes. I want to say that you can remove the legs and have spikes. I want to say that it's like that. Fanciest toaster? Yeah. Okay. I had to take a picture of this. So, Fruit. This is Fruit. This is Henya. This is Hi Guy, who's apparently, I did not know this. Hi Guy is now like full-time Vshoujo staff. I did not know that he was hired by Vshoujo, but the way that people talked to him at the panels in all of this, he is full-time Vshoujo. I thought that he wasn't like related that strongly to them, but apparently he's been hired, which is pretty cool. For anyone that doesn't know, he's a Japan-based streamer. He's just been streaming quite a while out of Japan. But yeah, this is the whole setup. I thought this was funny because if you look at this picture, there's something wrong with both of them. It's a little blurry. But apparently they had to green screen or something along those lines. And both Fruit and Henya have green like on their models. And so when they moved around, like you can see over here, you can see like a lot of their stuff. Like you can see her hair, you see straight through it. You can see straight through a bunch of Henya. Like you can see the banner just go, the banister, it just goes straight through Henya's chest. You can see through her hair. You can see through, look at her chibi. You can just see the little face of her chibi. Yeah, there's totally other colors. And apparently like later on, I saw that that it was fixed. But they were, Zen was making fun of them on Twitter. Zen was making fun of them on Twitter for not being able to use the green screen. I don't know why they would have to use, like there's other technologies rather than using like a chroma key for something like this. I don't know why they would do that. I don't know why they would do that. But anyway, I thought it was funny. Uh-oh. Why is it so small? Oh, what was the... Hold on. Hotkey Z. Okay, original. There we go. So this is one of my favorite pictures that I took over the weekend. I tweeted it out. I'll probably retweet it. Actually, while I'm thinking about it, I'm gonna retweet it. While I'm thinking about it, I'm gonna retweet it. I was like, I'm in danger. No one will see it because they've already hit their 6,000 tweet limit for the day, right? I'll post it to Threads. But I love Fifi. I love Snuffy. I love both of these girls. They're both great. So it's great to get a little picture with their standees. Snuffy's new model is cool. Yeah. I still my favorite model from Snuffy is the what is it, like the death, the one that she did working with yeah, her Reaper. Yeah, the Reaper outfit. Oh my god, that's such a cool model. Just the whole aesthetic with that. It's definitely my favorite one of hers. So I walked around with the wings. It was, yeah, it was, oh man, it's so cool. It's so cool. Okay, so there was this huge booth near the front of the convention, the front of the exhibit hall, with these giant statues, incredibly detailed, all one-piece statues. Yeah, this thing, I want to say, was like 2.5 feet tall, 3 feet tall. Like 2.5 feet tall. And I think I got another picture. Yeah. So they had other ones where they like lit up. Look at these. Look at these. These are crazy. Just like super detailed, super incredible. So all of these that were there, they weren't for sale, but you could order them online. This was my favorite one. I'll always love Verona. But look how detailed and how much is going on with this. Again, this is huge. This is like, you would need like a table to put this on. I could not fit this in my display case. It'd be too big. Yeah, I have no idea. The price on this? $900. $900. Not only do I not have room for this, but I don't have the budget for this. But I still think that they're really cool. I still think that they're really awesome. All right, just another. We're moving back to the entertainment hall now. Yeah, for sure. So this is like the main events theater where I saw like the trigger panel and stuff is down this hallway, down here. And then there's a bunch of other panels. The entertainment hall is right over here underneath these stairs. So this is actually where I met up with a bunch of the castle members. So again, I got to see Zephyros. Let's see, who did I have a list? I got to see Wasabi. I got to see Battle Buddy. I got to see Teddy was there. Who else? Let's see who's in the channel. Who's in the channel? Oh, Zero was there. And then Xandril, of course, was there. Oh god, who else was the... I'm trying to remember their name. I don't think they chatted much. I can't remember. Anyway. I keep hoping I can find their name in the thread, but nothing's popping out of me. Why am I like this? Okay, anyway. I got to meet a bunch of the castle homies. There were like at least 10 of us there, which was cool. Because we had heard that Aethel was going to be doing a meet and greet at some point that day. And it turned out to not be a meet and greet. It turned out to be a live stream. And we didn't know anything until Aethel went live in the convention center. And we were like, oh, okay. Apparently it's a live stream. And apparently we're gonna just go over there and say hi. So we did. So that was fun. Got to be on stream for a little bit. Like I said earlier in the stream, I was just basically standing man emoji off to the side. Off to the side. Ah, there we go. Found it. Found it. Okay, cool. So that's good to know. But yeah, it's always good to see Aethel. Like I said, I've met him a couple times already. I've talked to him a few times. Always nice to see him, but it's like on a live stream like that, you basically just want to say hi and get out of there. Even the amount of time that we sort of stood around at the beginning was a little bit too much for me. It felt a little bit too much. So when they took off finally from that little initial section, it was kind of a relief. And then I tried to go off with Zephyros and look around the convention center, but Zephyros took off, and because we had talked about it before, we were gonna go check out some stuff. But Zephyros took off while I was talking with somebody else, and I completely lost him instantly. So I ended up walking around with Teddy and Rio and Zero for a good portion of the afternoon. I ended up, they sort of like adopted me into their group. And I sort of just like walked along after them. Me and Zero took a side trip to the Calbee booth, and we got some grab bags, which was awesome. Very cool. Whenever you see Calbee products, they're gonna be good. I guarantee it. I've never had a bad Calbee product. They're the ones that do these potato sticks that you've probably seen featured in like games and anime and that sort of stuff. They're so good. They're one of my favorite things. So getting them free, very, very nice. Shrimp chips makes you act up. I love their shrimp chips. They're so good. So here's the thing. I didn't go into the 18 plus booth at all this year. I meant to, but the one time that I had time to like get over there and go in, I forgot to get an 18 plus badge. And at the time there was like a 100-person line for the nearest info booth. And I didn't feel like tromping all around the convention center to find another info booth to get the 18 plus badge. Which was funny because it was like every other day I basically got that like first thing just in case I needed it. And then I just never got around to getting in there. So I have no idea if they did. I got this picture with the with the Calby mascot. I'm still in danger, but maybe less so. Welcome in, Baxter. I hope you're doing well, by the way. Oh yeah, I wanted to take a picture of this. Look at this hashtag. I don't know who was in charge of the ZZ0 marketing or whatever, but they tried to use the hashtag I bang boo. Just I bang boo. I don't know why they decided that was a good idea. I don't know how many people's hands my brain turns into that comment with no context. I know, right? I don't understand. Yeah, confused Mario noises indeed. But apparently that's one of the official hashtags for the game. I have no idea. So this is Sunday night. I was able to get in line and actually play the game. Zenless Zone Zero. Very, very fun. Like I said before, I'm very excited. I got some merch for being able to play the game. Very cool. Yeah, this is their Star Rail booth. This is Dan Hung. Wait, no, it's Dan Hung. They had cosplayers all the time here. It was very cool. The whole Hoyoverse booth was really crazy. You can see the Kawa Entertainment booth in the back with easily grabbable merchandise. And here's the car that they were using. Really cool. I think it's a real car. But it looks super retro. Everything's like super retro on the inside too. Oh yeah. Is this okay? So before that picture, so this is the last thing that I did on Sunday. All right, I was tired. I went to bed. I went back to my hotel room right after they closed up, and I was hungry, and I posted on the Discord. I was like, hey y'all, someone stopped me from ordering a pizza. I think it was like 8 o'clock or whatever. So nobody did. Everyone's like, pizza. So I ordered a whole pizza for myself and some boba from a pizza place that I went to last year at AX because I knew it was good. Oh my god, it looked so good. So I knew this pizza was really good. Ordered it on Uber Eats. Sat around in my hotel room waiting for it to show up. And I'm here to tell you, unfortunately, I did not get to eat any pizza that night. Why? Because I fell asleep waiting for my order to be delivered. Wait, I can do this. Yep. I fell asleep. I completely conked out. I woke up at 3 a.m. with a ton of missed messages, and then Uber Eats going, we've canceled your order. See, I assume that even if you fall asleep, that the delivery driver would go into the hotel and like be like, here's a delivery for this room, because I had the room number in there, right? And then the hotel would like call up to the room, and that would wake me up, right? Am I wrong? Is that like not bold assumption? Really? You really think so? Because like I was under the impression that that's something normal that happens. Not that I did. Teddy, welcome in, by the way. Not that I did this on purpose, okay? But yeah. So somebody got free pizza and free boba. So I woke up at 3 a.m. and I ordered a burrito. And this time I made sure to stay awake. I met my delivery person outside the hotel. And I got my burrito that way. My driver usually feeds me like, shut up! Don't make fun of me. To be fair, I have had that happen multiple times in the past, where like if your elevator needs a key card to get up. So multiple times in the past, I've had deliveries delivered directly to my hotel door if the key card isn't required for the elevator. I've had that happen multiple times in the past. I've also had couple times in the past had the delivery person go to the front desk, and then the front desk calls you, and then you go down and get your order. So I have had those experiences in the past. Maybe I'm dumb for expecting that in LA, but you know. But yeah, I was not a happy camper. I was a little bit happier after I ate my burrito though. So I woke up at 3 a.m. that day. I did not go back to sleep. I ran over to the convention center at 11-ish, I think. And I got to meet Hazumi. I was so happy. I actually got in line. I was the second to last person in line. They cut off the line right behind me. And I was super happy. I love watching Hazumi and her whole crew. Was it like Kay, Sweet Tea? There's like a ton of people like in that group that I've been watching a lot recently. But she's super sweet. Very cool to chill in her streams. And you can see this I don't know what this guy was thinking. He offered, I was just gonna take a picture of like me holding, like I do with all the other pictures. I was just gonna take a picture of myself, my cutout, with the camera, and he was like, I'll hold it. And then he proceeds, do you see what's happening? He proceeds to shove his whole arm across the screen. What is he thinking? What is this man thinking? And at the time I was like, you know what? I can't. I'm just going to take the picture and move on. I'm just going to take the picture and move on. It's going to be fine. This pissed me off. What are you thinking? Why would you not put me to the left? Why would you not put me closer to the screen if you're going to do that? What are you doing? What are you doing? It will kill. So yeah, anyway, I have a nice blurry photo with Hazumi. But yeah, that was fun. She's really sweet to talk to. It was awesome that I got in there. Got some more pictures around the convention floor. Got some more pictures around the convention floor. Got to see Mousy. She's always really nice. If you ever get to meet her, she's really, really sweet. Oh yeah, and they for like after day one, They brought out a black light, so this shows the glow-in-the-dark parts of Zen's model, right? They show the geckos, and they also have Melody's model, in which they took almost all of her clothes off, which is apparently a thing that you can do with Melody's statue slash model, which is very on brand. So I thought that was cool. Makes sense. Yeah, exactly. I'll take 20. Exactly. I would as well. But they're close to $200. This is the same company that did, Buff Pup has one through them as well. And they're just, yeah, I'll take none. I know. They're just a little, if they were like maybe around 100, I might consider it. But I understand they're like a small business sort of company. It's an investment. So I get it. Like they can't come cheap, and they're very well detailed, you know. And then after that, I didn't really have too much to do. And I had talked to Notes earlier. So I went over and I met up with Notes and Ruined Voyage again in Little Tokyo. Don't mind this guy. He is not Tectone. I don't know why he looks like Tectone in this picture. But I've never been to Little Tokyo before. I didn't go last year, mostly because I didn't really know anyone who knew Little Tokyo. Like I didn't really want to go by myself. How many pictures do I have of this? I've just got a couple pictures. I'll keep it on this. I'll save that nightmare feel for a second. But Little Tokyo is pretty sweet. Getting to Little Tokyo is hell. It's a very short drive. I think it takes like maybe 10 minutes or so from the convention center if you get an Uber. So it's pretty close by. But the area around is not something that you want to walk around. It's very dangerous. So you want to stick to just Little Tokyo. You get an Uber in, have fun, Uber out. But it's pretty sweet. They have a bunch of really cool restaurants. They have a bunch of little shops with exclusive like Japan merchandise, you know, that sort of stuff. It's very cool. Day one, Tectone was in a maid outfit. I think Tectone wore the maid outfit multiple days, to be honest. I'm pretty sure I saw him multiple times in a maid outfit in over multiple days. So I saw this nightmarish abomination of a figure, so you have to as well. Yeah, look at the face. Look at the face and tell me there's nothing wrong with that face. It looks like the Rudolph animation. Wait, what? It's Eggy when he was thin? Huh? You mean never? The ultimate twink. There's nothing wrong. Okay, Lee. I see. I saw this. These eyes are like the noseless face, the eyes that stare into your soul, the super long neck. It's just so weird. It's just so weird. I don't know. Got some pictures of some Gundam. This was a cool little store. Everything was very overpriced in my opinion though. Some cool statues in there. This King Ghidorah, Mecha King Ghidorah figure was really cool, but it was like $300. Again, really cool. Way too expensive for my tastes. This is Ultraman, right? I think so. Classic Gundam. Yeah, nice. All right, then once we had walked around for a couple hours, we went to eat. So I got my classic. This is what I always get in Japan whenever I eat. I'll get a bottle of acai dry. It's one of my favorite beers. I know it's pretty light on flavor, but it's really refreshing to me. I really like the light, like, refreshing beers. So I could drink this stuff for days. But I don't drink very much, so whenever I go out to a Japanese restaurant, I try to get one of these. And then this is us with our appetizers. You can see myself. You can see Notes. Notes is here. Ruined Voyage was here. We had a really, really good dinner. Some calamari, some takoyaki, gyoza. Yeah, it makes them easy to drink, for sure. For sure, for sure. This is what I had. This was my main dish. This is katsudon. This is a little bit overcooked katsudon. The egg should be a little bit runny, but you know what? It was still very, very good. Katsudon, for those that don't know, is an egg and pork cutlet dish over rice. It's got like a sweet broth to it. Got some eggs in there. Got some some onions, some chives. It's so good. It's one of my favorite. This one in Oyakudon is another one where it's just like chicken chunks instead of the pork cutlet. So good. So easy to make. Very, very highly recommended. It's my favorite dish, so I had to try it. And then we had gotten in, so we expected a long line. So I was texting Zephyros, and I was like, "Oi, you want to join us for dinner?" Because there's 3 of us, so it's like tables for 4, right? So I was like, "Zephyros, you want to join us for dinner?" And Zephyros was like, "Well, I've got a group that I'm with, and they won't know really what's happening until like later." So I was texting back and forth, and we were getting in line to eat at this restaurant, and I was expecting like to wait for like a half an hour or so to get in at this restaurant, because it was like, I don't know, when we got in it was like 5:30, maybe 5. It was pretty close to dinner time. And they basically seated us right away. There was absolutely no wait. So by the time Zephyros got back to me, it was like, "Yeah, I can come over to eat." We were like halfway done. So he Ubered over, and I saved a seat for him. But it was awesome. It's always great to see Zephyros. It was a really good meal. Really good place to eat. I think let me open up. Let me see if I can find the exact restaurant that we went to. No, I don't have it pinned. I'll find it at some point. But it was really good. It was just right inside from this guy. Where was it? Oh, I went through a bunch of photos, didn't I? So that giant red thing, that red tower thing, it was just a little ways down from there. Inside of Little Tokyo. And then by the time we got out, it was dark out. It was really nice. Got some pictures, some last pictures of Little Tokyo. Almost ran into Aethel. Okay, so I was gonna mention, so almost ran into Aethel a third time because we got out from our dinner just before Aethel got out from his dinner. But they were in a slightly different part of Little Tokyo than we were. And I mentioned Aethel being in Little Tokyo because right as we were going into eat at our place, him, Nyan, and Tectone were walking past us. I was like, hey, that guy looks a lot like Tectone, as somebody walked past me. And then I was like, wait, that is Tectone. Wait, that's Aethel. Wait, they're streaming right now? So that's why I was like, I ran over and I probably shouldn't have. But I ran over and I grabbed Aethel by the shoulders from behind. So that's why if you right after they get to Little Tokyo, you can hear him say, Eggy. A little bit surprised like. I did go a little fanboy. I apologize for that. But I thought it was funny. I thought it was a funny moment. Just a casual stream snipe. I didn't mean to, but you know, if they're walking past me, there's no way I'm not gonna say hi, so, you know, might as well. Yeah, I just, after that, I just went back, got an Uber back to the area, to the conference, to the, AX area. Walked around a little bit at night. It was nice. The moon was full. It was crazy. The moon was full. And then, yeah, that was the last full day. And then this is on the 4th. Basically just got up, I packed all my stuff, checked my luggage in at the desk, and then I walked down to the convention center one last time. Noticed that they were having a huge, so remember how I mentioned the possibility of hotel workers striking? So there were a few hotels in the area where they had not constant, but like for most of the day, they had like picket lines where they had maybe like 20 to 50 employees at a time that were just like holding signs and yelling into microphones and stuff, and striking for better pay and better working conditions and that sort of stuff. Maybe it's related to the lack of AC. I don't know. But this last day on the 4th, they just completely blocked off this entire road, and there were like hundreds of workers. It was crazy to see. And then this is the last day. This is pretty early. I think this is still before noon. But you can see there's not nearly as many people in the convention center as there was the other days. This is on the 4th of July, just before noon. This is the full Star Rail cutout that they had. It's kind of neat to see. I got some more pictures. I went around the convention center floor. I didn't really have anyone to meet up. Everyone was either leaving or off doing other things. And I had an early flight. Well, early. I had a flight around 6 p.m. So I needed to get to the airport pretty soon. So what I did do I have any pictures? Okay. This was at the Kawa Entertainment booth. What I did do was I spent about 2 hours going through the second half of Artist Alley. So I had already gone through Artist Alley, like half of Artist Alley. some of it with Zephyros, some of it with Notes and Ruin Voyage. So everything that I didn't see, I basically took a couple hours this on the 4th, and I just went through. And you know what? I spent more. I think I tweeted this out, or I put it in the Castle Discord channel. I think I spent more in tax in 2 hours in Artist Alley on the 4th than I did the entire rest of the weekend for like merch. It was bad. It was bad. I went on a spending spree. Then I got to see more of, they were doing like a Q&A with like prizes and stuff that they were giving out. This is more of the Star Rail booth. I had to see more cosplayers. This guy's cosplay was sick. It was so cool. And then I saw by the Trash Taste booth, where I found, this is Emirichu, who also does VTubing, like super part-time. She very rarely goes live as a VTuber. But she was there saying hi to people, signing autographs. So I said hi. I said I really enjoy her her YouTube stuff and her VTube stuff, and I asked her for a picture. She was very, very kind to get a picture for me. She's very sweet. And then I also saw Maylene and said hi real quick. For anyone that doesn't know, she's the manager of the Trash Taste Boys. She's the one that basically got their parent company to agree to have a few foreigners fly out there and start a podcast. So she's a rock star. She's awesome. And I also got a picture with her. It's very awesome. And then randomly, she's Connor's babysitter. Yeah, that makes sense. She also streams on Twitch. She has like a cooking streams on Twitch. They're pretty interesting to watch. Yeah, she's great. I randomly saw, I don't know why this was here, but I wasn't sure if somebody was stealing these cutouts. There's a Zen cutout, and behind her is a Henya cutout. I don't know why these were at the Kawa booth, but I saw somebody like packing these up to take, and I asked for a picture. So I got a picture of with the Zentrea cutout and the Henya cutout. But the thing is, I'm pretty sure I saw both of these cutouts at the Vshoujo booth in a little bit. So Melody was, I went right over here. Melody was doing a meet and greet. And yeah, there's this Zentrea cutout, and the Henya cutout is I think over here. So I think they were just gathering all of the Vshoujo cutouts to bring for one final like picture taking thing. It's more Melody. I dodged out of the way. Don't worry about it. I dodged. It was a close one, but I dodged. I need to post this. I need to post this soon. So yeah, this they had this little what do they call them? K-cars, K-trucks, something like that. They're little trucks that you can get in Japan. This is the type of car that Ludwig drives around for isekai opportunities. K-trucks. Yeah, nice. And right as I was leaving, right as I had to leave, they were shutting everything down basically. I think they shut the whole thing down at 3 p.m. But Fifi was doing a meet and greet, which was cool. They had already blocked the line by the time I got there, but I got a picture. Over here to the right, Evanito was live streaming it. He was live streaming it. And I also ran into Cinder in line. She was in line, but they left before they got to the end of the line. And I didn't get a picture with her either, because she was talking with a group of people and I didn't want to bother her. Yeah, I think that's all the photos from the convention. Let me double check. Oh yeah. I got one more photo before I left. In my Uber ride to the airport, in my almost $60 Uber ride to the airport, in which the driver almost killed us by driving completely into the breakdown lane and then swerving back into the lane that we were supposed to be in. I noticed that there was a news helicopter out the window. I don't know if those two were related, but I just assumed that I was gonna die on my way to the airport. So you know how it is. You know how it is. Did I get to? Oh, there's another picture. All right. I made it to the airport. Yeah, pretty much that that emote. Took one last picture. A standee. My badge. And then the rest of this is my merch haul. It's my merch haul. Badges look different. Yeah. I miss my my premium badge from last year. All right, here we go. Merch time. Merch. Yeah, you can post the 2000 AX badge for sure. Post it in the Discord if you want. I'd love to see it. Okay, so like I said, you don't have to do it now. You can do it later. But this is one purchase that I got from Little Tokyo. This is one of the shops in Little Tokyo. I got a couple pins from Emotional Damage the Anime. Emotional Damage the Anime. Made in Abyss. And then I got a couple Frankie pins from One Piece, which are cool. And then I think most of this is going to be from Artist Alley on the last day. So I tried to include, I'm going to be posting most of this, so I try to include their socials and that sort of stuff. But I got a cool little straw hat pin. This is Pokey. I finally bought some merch from Pokey. This is, oh God, I love these. This is Henya. This is Silver Wolf. And this is Demon Dice, which is reversible. This one's like a red foil. These are all awesome. I love Pokey's art. Very, very cool. Yeah, this is a really cute Silver Wolf. I like it a lot. This one should show up later, but I think I found 2 entire vendors selling Dorohedoro merch. For those that don't know, Dorohedoro is probably my number 1 or number 2 favorite anime/manga of all time. And only 2 vendors I saw selling Dorohedoro merch. Very sad, but this is Nikaido. This is one of the characters in Dorohedoro, one of the main characters. A very cute little keychain. I got more. I got more from this vendor, but I forgot when I took this picture. Look at this. Oh, I'll move the there we go. this was actually a present from Notes. Freaking why? Oh, I got Notes. If you're still here, I got you something as well, but I forgot to bring it when we met up at Little Tokyo. So I'll have to remember. I'll have to remember to bring it to TwitchCon if you're going. So yeah, lots of cool. These stickers are like waterproof stickers. These are from Yudo Camp, which is laid back camp. Yeah. I love laid back camp. One of my favorites. You got Kafka. You got Silverwolf. You got Sile. Couple acrylic keychains. Very cool. Really nice stuff. Okay, this is what I got for because I told y'all I got into the Hoyoverse booth late on Sunday. So I got a passport from Star Rail. It was really neat. Got some stamps in there. Got some stickers, and I got a postcard. Pretty cool. I went to Gashapon. I kept one of the coins. They'll probably be mad at me that I did that, but I got two things. This is a little capsule figure. So the head itself is the capsule, and you open up the head and everything else is inside the head. So I thought that was pretty cool. So I got one of these. I'm pretty sure this is Sanrio related. And I also got a little One Piece. I don't know why they're projecting. The projector snail is projecting Zoro crying, but yeah, that's a thing. So yes, head, yes, head. Why wouldn't it? I don't know. I got this awesome. So again, Perona, one of my favorite characters of all time, One Piece character. You just don't see any merch of her, like hardly ever. So I finally found a pin with her, and Zoro and Mihawk. So I had to get this. It's cute little pin. This Fate Samurai Remnant. This is the keychain tag that I got from trying the demo at AX. They had limited quantities of these, so I was glad to get one of these. You had to play through the demo. It took like 10-15 minutes. It's crazy. The line was so long for the entire time. This is the one Anime Expo merch thing that I got. I liked the pin. It looked kind of cool, so I got it. I didn't buy any other Anime Expo merch. They have enough of my money. Yeah, it's not bad. It's pretty cool. Oh, and these, I fell in love with this artist. Her whole booth. I shouldn't say. Their whole booth is full of gorgeous art. I love their style. And they were one of the only ones that I saw with like Nyan merch. I didn't see too much Nyan merch going around. I saw a little bit of Mousy merch, but I loved these little postcards. So I'll probably be framing these and putting them up on a wall somewhere. But they were so cute. I had to get them. Also doing it correct. If you can see this here. I don't know how many like prints and little like postcards and stuff that I saw at the expo where the person didn't sign their name somewhere on it. How? How am I supposed to find you after the fact? Anyway, so yeah, I really liked these. I thought they were super cute. I'm pretty sure Nyan found this booth as well, because I saw on one of the thumbnails for Froyo Dealer, she was holding up like a full-sized version of this print. So I'm pretty sure Nyan found this as well. It's very cute. Okay, this this is the haul that I got for the Zenless Zone Zero demo that I played. You got a little postcard with some of the characters. Very cool designs. You get a little zine, little magazine with some background and artwork and that stuff. You got a pin and a little acrylic standee, which I probably won't use, but I wasn't gonna say no, so. I know that was pretty neat. All that for just playing their demo, waiting in line. Oh, this is it. Standees are so popular these days. Yeah, I like figures a lot more. I like pins the most, but standees are fine. I'm coming around to them. They're fine. But this is the Good Smile. They didn't exist back in the day. I know, right? They're so cheap to make. I think that's probably why. Because like they're so cheap to make. They're so quick to make too. But yeah, this is the magazine. This is full of Cyberpunk 2077 anime details, behind the scenes, interviews, notes from the staff. Like almost all the main staff have like a whole page where they like drew one of the characters and like wrote down little things. It's awesome. Oh my god, the artwork in this is incredible. Like I really should I don't know if they have like previews of the art or like what's inside on the Good Smile website, but it's so gorgeous. I was saying earlier, I want to tear out some of these pages or cut out some of these pages and literally post them, like frame them on my wall. The art is that good. There's so much Rebecca art in here. I cried. I want one now. Yeah, Teddy. Oh, I think they're selling them online. I think they're selling them online. So you might still be able to get one. I don't know if they're exclusive or not, but I'm pretty sure they were on the online store as well. If you just look up Night City magazine, running. I mean, I highly recommend watching Edge Runners. It's one of the best manga that I've seen in recent years. It's beautiful. The soundtrack is gorgeous. The characters and everything are so good, so unique. It's great. Really, really good. And then this is something that's really interesting. So during the trigger panel, as you walked in, so I was there for the entire panel. Like I was already there. So I had to run back to the entrance and grab one of these. But they gave away a manga sampler, which is literally like, it's the same size as like a manga book, but it's like a fourth of the size. It's basically like a chapter or two of the actual Delicious in Dungeon manga, which is sick. Like, I think they should do this more often. It's so cool. I was glad to get one of these. Okay, here's more artwork. So this is have you seen the mug and coaster set from Cyberpunk? No. Dang it. Am I gonna Google this right now? I hate you. I hate you. I'm gonna ban Enzo. I hate you so much. Why would you make me look at that? Okay, well, moving on. It was nice being here. Oh my god. Anyway. This is the rest of the Dora Hedora merch that I got from this vendor. Again, look at this. Look at these prints. These are just little postcard size, like a little bit bigger than postcard size. There's no artist tag anywhere on these. So I actually have, and they didn't put their business card in the bag either. And it was so crowded, I didn't think to grab a business card. Like, I tried to grab business cards for everyone that I bought from, but I didn't for this one. And there's no artist accreditation, there's nothing. So I have no idea who this person is, and I need to find them. But I really like this this artwork, this style. She also had, whoops, where is it? There we go. So this keychain that I got, she also had a Noi keychain that was based off this right here. You have my card on your fridge? Let's go. Oh, that's right. Yeah, I gave out business cards, and again, I'll do the same thing in at TwitchCon. If anyone meets me and wants one, I gave out business cards to all the castle members that I met. I love that I can do that. It's so fun. It's so neat. And they're not bad looking too. Prominently displaying the logo from the amazing Enzo. That's funny. It's on your fridge. Let's go. Yeah, they do. They do. They look awesome. They're shiny. That's pearl. They're not the best like quality. Like, they ding on the edges very easily. But they're pretty good. They're pretty good. Look forward to the next con cards. Well, one of those is definitely up to you. We'll see how that comes out. We may have a secret project cooking in the background. I'm excited. Let's just say I'm excited for TwitchCon this year. All right, and here we go. Here's the Calbee full haul that I got. You got a nice little tote bag, pretty good quality. Get a little sticker of their mascot. Potato sticks, always good. And you know what? This granola was freaking amazing. I've never had their granola before, but holy crap, I'm buying some of their granola if I see it in the store. This was very good. But yeah, anything Calbee, I highly recommend. And also, if you're going to Japan and you go through Tokyo Station in Japan, if you ever go there, you have to visit Calbee. They have a little store there. They fry up potato chips fresh. They have potato chips there. They fry up fresh potato chips, and you can get them with chocolate and ice cream. And it is one of the best snacks you will ever have. Vanilla ice cream, Calbee potato chips. They're like Ruffles potato chips with chocolate on top. Oh my god. Oh my god. I get it every time I go through Tokyo Station. It's yes, exactly, Baxter. It is so good. And again, if anyone is in Japan while I'm there or whatever, I will take you to all my favorite places. I do not care. I will pay for you. Just so I can have more people experience the food that I like. Oh, it's so good. I want to show so many people all the stuff that I've discovered in Japan. Bet. Let's go. Never been to Japan, tempted to go. Again, I always say I need to do a full like Japan stream at some point. Like going over like travel recommendations. I actually want to make a full travel video, like of a do's and don'ts of how to like plan a trip and what to do. Because I think I've got a lot of good experience at this point. But it's not extremely cheap, but it is cheaper than doing a lot of things. If you can get to Japan for like less than $1,000, which you can if you look for flight deals, you can from many places in the US. Your actual stay and your food, very cheap compared to a lot of other places. You don't have to spend a lot of money to enjoy Japan to its fullest. Restaurants are so cheap over there. It's ridiculous. It's actually ridiculous. Anyway, I'm gonna go off on an hour tangent. I can't recommend Japan enough. Even for people who don't know Japanese, it's very English friendly. Make a little bit of an effort. Don't be rude, and it's one of the best places to go. Okay, so I actually went to the Kawa Entertainment booth. I got a little, I know I always say I don't do plushies, but this one was little, it was a nice little small, little Mary Dog plush. Some signs are Google Translate. Yeah, there's a lot of English. I got a Mary standee. And this was the complicated thing. So Kawa Entertainment sold these, but in the same booth, they had Senpai Squad selling a bunch of other stuff. So I had to check out, I had all of this in hand. I had to check out twice. I had to check out for this, and then I had to go over and I had to pick out these decals. So I'm gonna be putting these on my car. These are going on my car. So I've always pretty much enjoyed Mary. I like most things that Mary does. I like the whole group. I like Uni and a bunch of like the Merryweather Media crew is pretty sweet. Mary's pretty entertaining in general, but after I bought all of this and I was listening to a stream of his, was it yesterday? I think it was yesterday. He did a stream. And he, for some reason, maybe he does this all the time and I'm just super oblivious, but for some reason he decided to go on like a half an hour rant of how much he doesn't need the VTuber community. He was like, I do this because I love it. I do this because I love it. I don't need you guys. I don't need you guys. I just love it. This is what I want to do. I don't need you. And it's like, okay. Then he's like, and I was like, okay. And he's like, you know how much I was making before I started VTubing? I was making 20 grand a month. I make much less now. And I'm like, okay, what are you doing? And he just went on for like a half an hour. And I was like, dude, what are you doing? So I was like, okay, Mary, maybe chill. Maybe chill. But I like Mary. I like Mary. Beating a dead horse thing? Yeah. Mary takes a lot of things to heart. He's so honest about it. Yeah. Mary's very like self-conscious about the things people say. And I know it's like there's a type of person that's like, you just can't change that, right? It's just part of who you are. You just take things very personally, very to heart. And it's I wish there was something I could do. but yeah, I like Mary. Very, very cool. Very chill. I wish I could catch more of his streams, but he streams at like 3 a.m. my time, so I hardly ever get to catch the streams. Very much enjoy their cinematics and stuff that they do for other people though. Oh yeah. Okay, so moving on. So I actually, so this is I got this pin. This is like a limited. So this is Nick from the castle, from Athel's Discord. So I got this one. This was supposed to be like a limited edition pin. I thought it looked cute, so I got it. I also got one more that I cannot find. I don't know where it is, but I swear I got 2 pins. Welcome in, Kardesh. Screw you for that emote. Yeah, gotcha pins. But the thing is, on the last day that I was there, I got to go back to the booth and I actually got to meet them, which was so sick. I actually got to talk to them for a good, like, I don't know. I hung out for like 10 minutes, 15 minutes. It was great. They're so nice. It was really, really cool. But yeah, I've also got a lanyard and another little ghost boy pin. So I'm stacked with gotcha pins now. Very cool. I was so happy to finally be able to meet them. I didn't know fill pins were a thing until this trip. Also, I don't know if Notes is still around, but these are kind of sweet. These are very, very small pins that you use to fill in the blank spaces of a pin board or whatever you're using to show off pins. And I got a bunch of One Piece themed ones. I thought these were so cool. Very neat little art style they got there. Why would you... Why does anyone do cursive? I'm glad this one is not in cursive because I cannot read this. That's not true. I can read this. But I'm like the last generation that can read this. Nobody can read cursive anymore. Why would you put cursive on your merch? Please don't put cursive on your merch. It looks pretty, but not in URL form. But anyway, I got again, for anyone that nice pull. Yeah, this is one of my favorite villagers as well. I'm a huge Animal Crossing fan. I think I have probably 500 hours into New Horizons, probably more than that. It's not Apollo. They didn't have an Apollo one. I would probably get an Apollo one. I like Apollo a lot as well. Soon it will be a secret language for us oldies. True. Yeah, Raymond is also cool. Raymond is like a rare. I guess Raymond and Lucky are both rare. His name's Lucky. This is Lucky the dog, which is funny because he's always in bandages. And then this Anya was super cute, so I had to get this Anya as well. Again, I have an unhealthy addiction to enamel pins. Not the button pins, not anything like that. I can't stand those. Enamel pins, and they have to be less than an inch long. I don't like the huge enamel pins. I don't like the spinners. I don't like anything real fancy. I just want a simple, small, cool looking, unique looking enamel pin. Those are my favorites. I will pay lots of money for those. Oh, you have an enamel KK slider? Oh, I would want one of those so bad. They probably had one at this booth, but again, most of my purchases were on the last day of the con and they were sold out of a couple of them. I don't know what Whitney looks like, Teddy. Oh yeah, I have seen this one. Yeah, it's a wolf. White wolf villager. Yeah. Cute. cute. The other one, the only other place that I saw selling Dorohedoro merch was this one half of a booth. So they were splitting a booth with somebody else. And they had two tiny little Dorohedoro pins that I freaking love. So this is the Gyoza Fairy. For anyone that doesn't know Dorohedoro, please watch it. Please read it. Please consume all Dorohedoro media. It's amazing. But yeah, there's a character that is sort of like a sort of in the background all the time, but this is the Gyoza Fairy. I have a Nendoroid Gyoza Fairy. Very cool. And then the main city that most of the characters in Dorohedoro are from is called Hole. It's just Hole. That's what it's called. It's called Hole. Not the Hole. It's just called Hole. I don't know if it's because it's a dump. I don't know if it's because I have no idea. But it's called Hole, and they sell, just like New York, they sell t-shirts, and this is featured rather prominently in the manga. Somebody wearing this shirt, I heart Hole. What an amazing pin. Oh, honestly, same. I mean, who doesn't, right? All right, this is another one where there's no artist accreditation in the art. There's nothing on the back of these stickers. I have no idea who this is, but this is probably one of the biggest acrylic keychains that I got. But I didn't find much Uta merch, and I love Uta, so I tried to get as much Uta merch as I could. So this is an acrylic double-sided Uta, and then a sticker. And then they had a Perona sticker as well, so I got the Perona sticker. I don't know what I'm gonna do with these. I don't do anything with stickers, so I don't know. I guess we'll see. So yeah, so that's a thing. Again, I don't know who this is because I didn't happen to grab a a business card for them. Once again, there's no artist accreditation on the back of this, so I have no idea who did this, but I had to get a Mista pin. It just looks amazing. Like, look at this. It's just incredible. I put all stickers on your Cookie, I'm renting. Oh my god, I can't imagine. They would make me buy a new fridge when I move out. Put them in a plastic bag, put them in a drawer, and forget about them. Yeah. If I had a really nice, like, stainless steel water bottle, I might put them on that. Like one of the insulated ones. I've seen a lot of people do that, but I don't. You put stickers on your VCR. That's so old school of you, Teddy. You do have a Yeti water bottle now? Yeah, I just have a, if you met me during the con, I have a giant Nalgene glow-in-the-dark green water bottle that I use for everything. Can't really put stickers on that because the condensation gets everywhere. It's funny, I don't think I've ever caught a Mista stream, but he's one of my favorite Niji Sanji boys, just from like clips and all of that. In fact, he's in my lore video. I'm not my lore video. He's in my my debut video. Not by choice, but he's in there. Once again, there's no accreditation on these. There's nothing here. There's nothing here. There's nothing on the back. There's nothing printed on the back, but I liked the art style, so I got a Kali, I got a Gura. Very cute. Love the pins. I don't remember where I got this one from, but I really liked the look of this Yamato pin. Really, really cute. My one regret from the weekend. My one regret from the weekend. Not going to this concert. What I meant to do was check the secondary market like the day of or like an hour before and see if anyone lowered the prices, because I probably would have paid $200 for a ticket. Okay, so wait. So here's the thing. Here's the thing. I was on the website, ready, logged in to Ticketmaster, all my information in, credit card ready, everything. 2 different computers. And I didn't get a ticket. I was there. The website did not load until they were literally sold out. I was so pissed off. I hate Ticketmaster. Yeah, scalpers beat me to it 100%. 100%. But I forgot. Yeah, Ticketmaster is literally the worst. They need to die in a trash fire. The Ticketmaster needs to be broken up and redistributed. They have way too much of a monopoly on the industry right now. And then they surcharge you. Yeah. At the very least, so in Japan, for concerts like this, for most concerts actually, for a lot of their concerts, they have a raffle system where they raffle off tickets. And if you win, you can buy a ticket. I think it might be a little bit better for special things like this, but even so, I'm pretty sure there's a way scalpers can get around that. Like they can just create hundreds of accounts and enter the raffle. But then again, I think a lot of times you have to pay money to enter those raffles. So I don't know. But anyway, I meant to check an hour or two before the concert to see if there were any cheaper tickets, because when I looked the first time, like a week ago or 2 weeks ago, they had a ton of tickets being resold, but they were all $300+ per ticket, and most of them were selling them in groups of 2. I am not paying $300 to go to $300+ to go to a concert like this. As much of a once in a lifetime sort of thing this is, that's just way too much money. I'm not that financially irresponsible. So I was hoping to check like right before the concert to see if anyone like dropped their prices to maybe like $100 or $200. That's a little bit more reasonable for a concert. I completely forgot. And that's what I regret. I regret that I forgot. Yeah, scalpers, don't like those. Don't like them. Not good people. Lawyers can sometimes be good people. Scalpers, never good people. But anyway, what's the I forgot the name. I forgot the name of the something box. They partnered with somebody to produce this merch. So I had to get a hoodie. I have way too many hoodies. But I bought another hoodie just because, just like to remember this by. And there we go. That's the entire haul. I am not one to buy prints. They're too bulky. It's a pain to bring home. I love pins. Sometimes acrylic keychains are really cool. Sometimes standees are cool. But yeah, not a whole lot. My bag was bursting. I barely fit all of this in my bag. Yeah, I remember that. Yeah, PS5s. They're like, wow, these people are geniuses. I want to take you to a punk rock flea market. Baxter, I love flea markets. Name the time and place. Name the time and place. I will be there. That's a week from now. I don't think I'm flying anytime soon. Unfortunately. Oh god. Oh, so one thing I have been, somebody convinced me. I need a little help. I'll probably, I know I've mentioned this before. It's so far from everyone. Yeah, I know. It's a little bit out of the way. Someone convinced me not to take the super long drive out to the gorge in Washington to see Above and Beyond in 2 weekends from now. I'm so on the fence. I'm so on the fence. I really want to go. But I don't know. I would be getting a campsite for just myself and my car. And I'd be going for the weekend. Oh god, I really want to do it. I've done it once before and it was one of my favorite experiences ever. Camping is fun, going camping. Yeah, but I don't have a tent, so I'd just be sleeping in my car. It's like I just spent like a couple, what is it? I probably spent like $2,000 on this trip. So it's really hard. It'd be another, what, like $350 to do that? Spent many cons in your car to save money? Yeah. Ugh. All right. I think I'm gonna do it. I think I'm gonna do it. I think I'm gonna do it. Yeah, so so the thing is, the last time I went with a group, this time I'd be going by myself. Like I sort of there's a long story, but I used to have people that I could go with, but I do not anymore. So anything that I do nowadays is solo. So it's one of those things where it's like, I had a really fun time before. I'm sure I could meet people there and have a good time, but I'm as the socially awkward, rather introverted person that I am, I'm always like on the fence about stuff like that, you know? Would I feel bad if I missed out? Honestly, I think so. I think so. I think I need to go. I think I need to go. Yeah. Yeah, I think I need to go. I wish you had trains like Japan and Europe too. Oh my god. Sorry, sir. Yeah, you showed up. You showed up after we explained. Yeah, this is my entire haul. I went over all of this individually. But yeah, this is everything that I bought from the convention. Yeah, this is America. We have trains. Trains are meant for transporting coal and wood. This is America. Now to place the stuff on a shelf in a box and never touch them again? Pretty much. But the thing is, I have a second display case now. So I have plenty of room. I have plenty of room to place these things and never touch them, but I can look at them. I can look at them. But yeah, I'm pretty happy. I'm pretty happy. I spent way more money than I thought I would, but you know what? It's all good. Yeah, speaking of trains, they've been talking about doing a high-speed rail all the way up and down the West Coast for like 2 decades now. And they've just been getting like blocked on every path. It'll just never happen. The biggest thing, so like China and Japan, and I think Europe to some degree, they have laws and ways that their government can like use land that is privately owned or like force the purchase of land in some ways, especially in China. China just like is like, we're building a train here, and people are like, okay. Japan, it's a little bit less so, but similar. But basically in the US, people own most of the land. So in order to have a high-speed rail, you need like point A to B to all be owned by the state or by the government, right? And it's just like a pain in the butt to go through that whole process. So it all needs to be through many layers of like red tape and stuff, on top of the costs and maintenance and all of that. We do have laws like that, eminent domain. Yeah, but like, I feel like that doesn't really get used, right? Like, I guess they do that for like pipelines and stuff, right? God, I don't know. I don't know enough about the laws. I don't know enough about the laws. I've just heard that it's much more difficult for America to get the land and the access to do something like that. But yeah. Sorry. Yeah. They've been trying to refit the Chicago-St. Louis corridor for high-speed rail for a decade. Yeah. Yeah. Like, I understand why we don't have rails everywhere, right? I understand why they don't have rails everywhere in the US, but most like American cities, I don't see the reason why we can't have like at least like a subway of some kind. Yeah, 110, that's solid. That's solid. There should be a light rail in most cities. Correct. In fact, most major cities on the West Coast do have light rails already. But they're pretty inefficient. They're pretty slow. And a lot of them go through like the streets. For some odd reason, like they follow traffic laws. So yeah, it's I have no idea. They should have a train from the airport to downtown. Yes, 100%. I know Seattle has a small one. I know Portland has one as well. As far as like West Coast cities, they both have light rails of some kind. But it's like they're half. It's like they're there. Yeah, San Fran's is fine. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe it's just me. It's like they're half measures, right? It's like they got to the finish line and then they like dropped the ball right at the finish line. Like they could be so much better, but they decided to just like stop. Oh, really? Is it a health risk? Gross. Is it because they're so near the water? Or is it like ground pollution? But car sales, yeah, I know. The thing is, you still need cars because to get from anywhere to anywhere in the US is a freaking drive. Not all the coal mines are fully mapped. Oh, that's true. Like, at least have the light rails in the cities. And then if you need to go outside the city, you're still gonna need a car. It's just like Japan, right? Like they have city to city rail, they have in city rail, but if you want to get out in the country, you still need a car in Japan. We just need the Hyperloop. Frickin' Elon. Oh, Radon is everywhere underground? Oh. Yeah, I've heard of that. Rio, how's it going? Welcome, welcome. Nice meeting you too. Thank you all. I believe it was you, it was Teddy, and it was Zero, right? That I was hanging out with for a good portion of the day. Y'all were so sweet. Thank you so much for letting me tag along. Y'all were so nice to me. Yay, I'm glad. I'm glad. I always say I have a very small social battery, and I'm rather socially awkward at points, so I always worry that I'm being a pain to people. Well, I'm glad, but I understand. Yeah. Oh, that would be interesting. Alongside highways. Interesting. Yeah, that would be interesting. The thing is, our highways are so windy, and rails need to be very straight. So it'd be interesting to see how they would do that. Also from here to Bay. Yeah, there's really no reason why they shouldn't have one in or around Vegas going to California. It makes a lot of sense to do something like that as well. With gentle curves. Yeah, I guess in a lot of the country. I'm just thinking like West Coast. It's very like mountainous. Lots of hills. Lots of curves. Yeah, definitely a different story. Yeah, most of it would have to be like underground. And that's a whole other thing. Nice haul. Hope you had a wonderful time. Thank you. I did. And I surprisingly so far, I don't believe I got sick, which is like the biggest W. I don't think I got sick. So we'll see. Yeah, I think like 90% of this I bought on the 4th, on the last day of the con. It was so cool. It was slightly less crowded in Artist Alley, so I got to see a lot more. Sick from a con. I know, it's amazing. It's incredible. Oh my god. All right, what are we at? I cannot believe we've been going for 4 hours already. Okay, so here's the deal. I know Rio just showed up. I apologize, but we've done our recap. We've gone over the haul. I think we're gonna switch to some video games now. We are only a third of the way through. So for anyone that's like new around here, this is a Friday stream. Every Friday we go 12 hours. So I'm on the West Coast, so we go 3 p.m. to 3 a.m. So feel free to stick around or pop in and out. I don't really care. I love seeing people in and out. But yeah, basically, I'll do my Star Rail dailies, and then once we're finished with that, we'll do a couple polls, and then once I'm finished with that, we'll play some Zelda Tears of the Kingdom until 3 a.m. But I have been talking for 4 hours without a water or anything to drink because I'm an idiot, and I started stream without anything to drink because I'm an idiot. So I'm gonna take a quick break, get all my stuff set up, swap over to game stuff, and we'll get going to the next portion of the stream. Still got 8 hours to go. I'm looking forward to it. I hope y'all can stick around for some of it, or if not, have a good night. But yeah, we'll be right back. Thanks y'all for hanging out so far. Enjoy some of the midnight as we do our BRB. Bye.